So, without further ado, guys, we'll see you next time.
Enjoy your life.
Sayonara.
Bye.
Without any further ado, it's so funny. That's what you say to the start.
That's true.
Yeah, well, fuck yourself. Damn. That's on there, but it's not on here. Because I hit stop on that. You gotta get the camera audio has it. Oh, no.
Welcome back to another episode of the Moon Piece Podcast, where we talk about everything from manga, anime, movies, TV shows, and these days, reality TV. I am one of three hosts, Ronoa Daniel, a.k.a. Danny. To my left, we have...
Kimmy-kan.
And then further down the line...
I used to have hoop dreams until I found there were other ways to score.
Where did you bring that? Oh, the last One Piece live stream, right? He brought that up.
The one with Chad from High School
It's
Musical.
good, right? It's good, right?
Yo,
Because she didn't know about it either until I told her about. I said it to
dying.
her randomly when we were like setting up for the Kingdom Hearts thing. She's like, "What are you saying to me?"
yeah,
I was like, "You haven't seen this yet?" And then I showed it to her once.
with
Yeah,
Chad.
I saw you sent it in the chat, but I hadn't seen it yet.
I saw it. It was great.
Well, as always, guys, we're going to start off with what we watching, what we playing, and what we saying. And this time, Kimmy, why don't you start us off?
Yes, absolutely.
Don't take 25 minutes.
No, I got one thing on my docket. I
What?
could go off forever, but K-pop Demon Hunters. It's amazing. Oh my God.
Kimmy,
Truly.
I got to be honest with you about something.
What?
I watched it, and that shit was fire!
Oh, plot twist of the century.
Yo,
Danny watched it?
Yo, I even said in the chat, too, I wasn't going to watch that shit. But I put it on as like a joke almost. Like
Yeah.
I just needed something in the background. And I'm like, I'm trying to do the wordle of the day. And I'm just like, what? Yo, it was actually really good. Yeah! It's actually really good.
Oh,
Yo.
That was a plot twist.
that
He
was
really.
truly a plot twist.
Yeah, I was holding on to that.
I thought Danny was
No.
gonna fucking be like, nah, I was trash. Like,
No. Really solid.
Okay.
The three girls, the main trio,
Yeah.
great.
Fantastic.
They're so funny.
Oh my God.
I don't have much nice to say about it.
That's crazy.
Dude, no, honestly,
It's just the music. It
Oh,
was
he's
music.
not a
yo,
musical.
the
It was
music was
so
fire.
good.
That one song they do, Golden?
Golden?
It's Spotify.
Fire.
It's on Spotify.
I don't-
No, all of it is on
No,
World
yeah.
Spotify now.
It's so good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for those of you guys who don't know, K-pop Demon Hunters, it just premiered on Netflix. Super good. Literally this past weekend. It'll probably be more by the time this comes out. But it's about these three girls. They're K-pop stars, but secretly they are demon hunters, trying to keep the world safe, essentially. And, you know, big bad demon guy is coming in. He comes up with a plan. And it's in the trailer, so it's not much of a spoiler. But there are these... there's this boy band that comes out and wants to steal their fans. So they have to combat that.
But they're
And-
demons.
Yes.
The boy bands are demons.
Yes. So it's, 1v1 on that. So and it's really great. And we have actual like K-pop stars that sing and help do that. Like a lot of the people from Twice, they were wonderful. Many other artists that help. Both voice actors, very well-known voice actors and singers and just all around just great. Highly recommend. I was not expecting it to be anything, super good. But if you like K-pop, anything, K-dramas, Spider-Verse, the animation style was beautiful.
Yeah,
Loved
I thought it was really well done.
And the plot was actually really good. Like,
Yeah, I would say the plot was pretty like standard as far as like what the story could go with singing and all of
Yeah.
that. But I just think it was executed very well. I was invested
Yes.
in the characters. Like I
Yeah.
really wanted to see like where they were going to go with it. Again, the singing I thought was really good.
Mm-hmm.
The even for something like that, the choreography and the fight scenes was also very well.
Yeah,
like
the fight choreography was really good.
They put effort into this.
Yeah, which you don't see too often. Like, I don't know, maybe in animation sometimes they half-ass it, because they're like, oh, the attention goes to here or there, but they actually executed it very well.
I thought the three personalities of the three main characters they each had their own distinct personality, and I think they complemented each other very well. And I really felt myself feeling for the main character a lot with the struggles that she was going through, especially when introduced to like the main antagonist, sort of, who's like the main henchman of the big bad. And like learning more about his story and everything. Like, I felt for a lot of the people in that. Are you ever going to watch it?
I did watch it.
He did watch it.
Oh, you
I
did
said
watch
I
it.
watched
He didn't like it.
Oh, I thought you said you watched the trailer.
No, I wrote in the chat because she like wrote all the stats of like how well it was doing. I was like, yeah, I watched it. Just not. I didn't say it was trash. I just said it's not for me. The reason why it's not for me is one, the plot is standard to me, right? I don't like K-pop music that much. So for me being inundated with that much of it, like back to back, it's just something, it's just not my cup of tea. So it could have been a different genre of music. It could have been switching between, but just how I feel about the sound overall, I'm extremely picky about the K-pop I do listen to. Like, I'm so specific where like I like New Jeans, even though New Jeans don't exist anymore, but they have a very 90s R&B sound. But like, to me, at least in my ear, other K-pop songs just really just sound like Katy Perry music to me.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I don't have a lot of experience with K-pop.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like I don't.
So,
But he also doesn't like musicals in general.
yeah, and I already
Neither do
don't,
I.
and I don't like musicals. So like, but I enjoy Wicked. You know what I mean? Or I enjoy West Side Story, or like I've watched In the Heights and thought those were entertaining. Like I can tell when I can still admit even something's a musical, whether or not it's like a good story or not. So my taste there didn't mix well with me not liking the genre of music. So that's really just my only issue. I don't really have any bad things to say about it. I still think it's an entertaining movie. It's cute. Like I said, it was like, yeah, this is totally Spies, like K-pop. You know what I mean? So I feel like my prediction, seeing the trailer at least, I got the vibes. I understood. It was cute. Like I feel like it's a really cute movie.
I don't like musicals either. I think that what changed my perspective on it was that I really liked the three girls who were like the main characters of that. Like they made me laugh so much, especially in that opening sequence when they're carb loading before the concert. They're just stuffing their faces. Like that one girl took a whole kimbap and just went
They're
crazy.
They're funny. They're funny girls, and just like seeing them on the screen and interacting with each other, I thought it was great. And then the whole competing with the boy band thing, I thought was really good idea. Like even when like they brought it up to the big bad.
Oh my God!
Like, you want to do a boy band? What makes you think that's gonna work? And then they did the performance, and even I was like, and it's funny because like the villains, the other
they were like,
it was like, that'll work. It was like, you know what? You want my little soda pop?
Yeah.
I like that song too.
Oh, it's so catchy.
Like the rivalry between the two boy bands during like the signing, like it was a really good way to like show their rivalry throughout the movie. I had a lot of fun with it. Honestly, for me, I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
I agree. I had such low expectations going in there because all the trailers just showed it being like so silly, and I was just like, it's gonna be a little ha ha hee hee, like whatever, fine, but it's not gonna be that great. But they cooked, and not only that, but I love how they also incorporated like the over dramatic like K-drama. I know you've only seen like one or two K-dramas, but like that one scene where she like bumps into him and she like dramatically falls, and
I
the
was
music.
surprised the Subway ad didn't pop up right after.
Exactly. I was waiting for the Subway ad. I was crying laughing because it was so like dramatic. She's just and then like he's just like, watch yourself, and I was waiting for the bitch. Like
She did. She's like, you watch yourself.
Yeah, that was so funny. So yeah, I highly recommend everyone, if you like
100%.
Spider-Verse, you like animation, you like K-pop. Even if you don't like K-pop, the music is still like worth checking out.
Thought it was really good.
So what'd you give it out of 10?
Honestly, I can't ask for any more. So I think I'll give it a solid 10 out of 10.
The only thing that would make it a 10 out of 10 for me is if the story, like I was hoping that the main guy kind of would survive at the end. Like I would have been happy if they got together, but I understand like he should have died.
He deserved it. He was kind of a scumbag.
He was 100%.
Like he tried,
but I wanted him to.
But
But the monster.
Oh, I thought you were about to give him the.
No, I was
pass. Like, yeah, he's a monster, but like, he's a scumbag. He violated.
He is.
No.
But like, I don't know.
Yeah, people were upset. No real happy ending. But I'm like, I have a feeling he's gonna come back. With,
I think it's
sword,
better that way, though.
Spirit sword.
He's dead.
No. Like, but like, he's in the sword.
Oh, maybe no, he's dead.
No, I'm pretty sure. Like,
The soul.
sword.
Yeah,
soul sword.
You're not even talking to the mic, girl. You too busy talking.
I'm sorry, soul sword.
If the plot was just a little bit more creative, because it's very standard, then I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
I think that's what I would have put it over. It's like a 7 out of 10 for me. And, I'm just trying to be fair. Like, even assessing my bias with, like, the sound of the music, that's where I felt story-wise. Like, anytime the songs played, I did check out. I was like, I'm good. But, like,
some people are
it
like
did, listen, you did the same. You started reading manga.
During Wicked.
Yeah, I just started watching TikToks instead. I was like, I'm going to wait till the song plays. I can still see that there's action happening. The fight choreography, still fantastic. You know what I mean? But if it was just a little bit more, and I get it, this is something that they're really still trying to appeal to kids still. So, like, it can only do but so much. But if it had a little more oomph to it.
Especially, with the big bad Guima, like, he was just like a big ball of flame. Like, if we got a little
like
bit
that
more
was
with him.
That was disappointing. You
Honestly,
know what I mean?
if this was a TV show, like a 10, 12 episodes,
Monster,
it would have been better. Honestly, I was disappointed it was only an hour and a half.
Yeah.
If anything, I would say if they did do a TV show, and they probably already have stuff in the works, right? Like, I feel like it performed so well with all the numbers and all the streaming and things like that. It should be a TV show before this movie.
Yeah.
A prequel, kind of like the Monsters of the Week. Like, I mean, it's no different than watching Sailor Moon. You know what I mean? Like, kind of seeing those Monsters of the Week of them dealing with it in a TV show format would be interesting.
Everyone's asking for like a prequel of like, what is it? Rumi's parents and like what their story were.
100%,
like, how did they get together? What happened to the Sunshine Sisters? Yeah.
I think that's like for a more mature audience, though. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot kids, this is really for kids, you know what I mean? So I feel like sticking with that trio would be the smart branding wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keeping that trio as the main.
It's not like super like, I don't know, over PG-13.
It's 100% for kids, bro.
100%.
I know, but what I'm saying, the topic, like people can understand the topic.
I'm not saying they can't, but if a series or a movie, you kind of like are messing up the advertising of the brand. Like, you have something with these three characters. I think if it was something expanding the universe, seems like it would appeal and be more like taken well by like an older audience, but like a really, really super, I'm talking about like 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds. Cause like my coworker, she texted me like, she's like, oh, my little girls watch this thing. You know what it is? Like, so I'm thinking about it through that lens. I'm thinking about it through kids, and that's who Netflix is really trying to appeal to.
Well, it can include both of them. You know what I mean? Like the younger and newer. We still want to know what's happening.
There's a limit to what you can do with that.
I don't know. I think you can still.
But either way,
you guys ever see Mamma Mia?
yeah. Unfortunately,
You see Mamma Mia 2? Unfortunately, I'm not even going to go into that. But Mamma Mia 2?
I did not yet. No.
Okay. Well, in Mamma Mia 2, they do a good job of incorporating the what's happening presently and the flashbacks of like what happened in the past. So I felt like if something like that would happen, I think they would do it really well.
You mean just kind of exploring the lore? I thought you was talking about making a whole project based on the past, not like dipping into lore while they're telling a current story. I feel like we're on two different wavelengths there, because I'm thinking it's
not completely, not like Fruits Basket where the whole prequel was just a separate movie.
Yeah, I'm not even. I'm thinking about it more like you're removing it being about the main cast from this movie and focusing on a different set of people from the past. That's how I took that, and which I said that's what I'm meaning could be more interesting to an older audience versus something that's not focusing still with these girls. You need that for these kids, and that's what they love about that.
Oh yeah, no, I would still include that because I want to know more about those characters as well.
Yeah, that's a whole different idea than what we were talking about.
No, absolutely. I would definitely just get a little bit of both. I think would be really cool. As like a prequel would be a great tense, because then whatever happens in the past would still affect the future. You know, they didn't create the golden Han Moon, so like there's still room to grow. Yeah. But yeah, that's my big what I'm watching. Obsessed. I've been blasting the soundtrack for days.
As you should.
My little soda pop.
If I had to hear Soda Pop one more time, I was. I love it. I'm throwing enough. Witch Watch, watching that.
I saw you guys message in the chat the other day about some twists.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
That was good.
I'm a baka. Yes, they did show the villain in the intro.
Yeah.
I just processed it differently. I thought it was the main character, like looking different. That's just how I just thought it's the main. But then once we got to where we were in the series, I don't know if you're ever gonna watch it, so I don't want to maybe spoil too much.
Yeah.
Do you plan on it, or can we just kind of let it fly?
Maybe eventually. I don't know.
It's silly. I think it's a laundry show you would enjoy.
I think we can let it fly. I don't think it's that deep. He'll probably forget anyway.
But don't so spoil it. What if people want to watch?
It's been mad long.
Then spoiler.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
What else?
Okay. Spoiler alert for Witch Watch.
Up to like what, episode 12, I believe.
Yeah.
You saw episode 12.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
You believe so? We believed that too many times now.
So the reveal that their homie was a werewolf the whole time.
Crazy.
I was like, you fucking got me.
Yo,
I would. The nigga in the intro.
Yeah.
I was sitting here like, I'm low key kind of mad.
Yeah.
Like I'm still having fun. I'm giggling.
Yeah. But they truly did a great plot twist. There
was
no way to think that this was gonna happen. Like it was like, wow, I did not see that coming at all.
And remember, I told you I thought this was just gonna be
was.
There's a looming. Remember how she was saying like, oh, the main villain got involved, but before I thought that this was just gonna be a shits and giggle type story. So like the main villain got like kind of introduced, but then like who the main villain was the whole time was somebody that was with us.
Oh,
yeah,
the werewolf. Okay,
yeah,
but like we didn't know bro was even a werewolf. We just thought he was like
an emo kid
weeb with a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay,
yeah,
and he was vibing with us the whole time. He even tricked us with a little back. So he's like, "Yeah, I used to be a figure. I was on Yuri and Ice."
Figure
He didn't say that, but like I was like, "All right, Yuri on Ice," like because he was skating in the intro
no,
too.
He was. I didn't even notice in the intro.
He's skating in. I'm sitting here like I hate that. Intros can kind of spoil you, but you still don't know shit when you're watching it in the beginning. You're like, oh, now I can.
And then you realize, and you're like,
this was in my face the whole time.
Yeah.
So the reveal of like that person being the villain, but how they went about it was
really good.
I think it was really good.
It was very well done.
It was short. I thought maybe it was going to be a little darker or deeper, but then again, it's still not that type of show. Like even though there was still a villain, like how it got handled, I was sitting here like, I guess.
Yeah. I agree. I was expecting more of a big fight and like deep and darker, but like it was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Like the witch being.
Yeah.
I was like,
hello.
What? I was like, what is this? Like the threat ended up being like some little witch that was this size.
Well, she's not the big bad either.
Yeah,
so
there's a bigger bad.
There's a bigger bad.
The classic anime trope of like, tell me who the person is, and as soon as they're about to tell, it's. Oh no, there must be a spell that keeps this information from getting leaked. Okay. But the cast of characters for the show makes it. They're just ridiculous. They're just a ridiculous group of people. They're so regular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like I keep forgetting the main characters' names, but the girl, I love her.
She's great. She's fun.
I love her as a character. I mean, Kimmy said before, like, it's fun to see a character like the yearning that the girl has, and like the character's there. Nobody's like, it's not much of a secret to anybody. So you just kind of root for it to happen. Like,
so they're like, yo, are you going to hit on him or what? Like, are you going to do something about it? And she's like, I don't know, man. I'm trying.
Like, even his boy, like, even the boys that be around him, too, and be around her, be trying to help her, like, all right, this is what we're going to do.
We're going
to do this. We're going to put a spell so that you can make it so that you can know exactly what he's feeling.
Yeah.
So you could properly react to things so you can kind of gauge.
Yeah. So they're trying to hook her up, and
they really trying to get her some dick.
And it's just not happening.
About it.
He's just locked in on protecting her.
Okay.
He's focused on the job.
He's got a duty.
Yeah, he just doesn't. Right over his head.
Because he's an ogre. Their emotions.
Yeah,
he's used to being bullied, so he kind of just is like, nah, I gotta protect my friend. This is my friend.
Yeah.
She needs me. I gotta show up. Like I gotta lock in.
Like I don't have time for feelings or anything. I gotta lock in.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt people accidentally because I'm too strong because I'm an ogre too. So like I don't get too emotional. And she's over here like.
She's like,
that's my man, though. I want him.
She's like, what if I show up in just nothing but a tank top? Like,
yo.
Ha! And he's like, yo, you gonna put on some pants? Like,
yeah, that did happen, bro. Yeah. She really remember that time she made the clothes. She made some clothes out of a magazine because she's a witch, right? So she has powers to do funky, weird shit. So she was like, my wardrobe is ass. I got like 5 of the same outfits in different colors. Like I gotta mix it up. Let me try these things on this in this magazine, right? So she's like, I'm gonna take this stuff, and she's kind of a fuck up. So when she like put like she copied the clothes that was in the magazine on herself, It had no back.
So he's just
Oh, so it's just the
cheer.
front.
Yeah. So it's cheer. So he's like, okay, so the dress looks nice. Do you want to go out? And she's like, no. And he's like, all right, I thought you wanted to go out. That's why you wanted to show you. I was like, no, it's fine. And he's like, okay, all right. So
Whatever you
she's
want.
like, I just wanted to show you my outfit. And he's like, all right. And he's like, well, you do look really cute. And she gets so excited. She's like, yeah,
Yeah, like he be having moments. I was like, oh my god,
look.
stop,
Turns around,
stop, give my girl a chance.
ass out. She's like, fuck. I forgot that he was out.
She's and then like the Tengu character who you think would kind of be like. And I feel like in other stuff he'd be like the foil, like like he actually wants her.
Yeah.
But like the fact that
I'm
they
happy.
went with like them being friends, I
Yeah.
think makes it really cooler for me.
Opposite. He be flirting with him.
They
Mui.
they be beefing like they Zoro and Sanji.
No, but then
the
like
ogre
low
and someone
key.
else?
Because ogres and Tengus just naturally don't have a beef because ogres are so nonchalant and don't give a fuck, and Tengus care too much.
Yeah.
So like the yellow hair character, he's over here like, yeah, man, I'm trying to do my thing. Like I'm useful, blah blah blah. And then like the main dude is just like, all right,
And he's like, I don't
Those are
care.
you, bro.
you do you, bro.
But then they be kind of low key flirting sometimes, and it makes me laugh so bad.
He's
He's
it's
like,
fun.
you can repay me back with your body. He's like,
Yo, what he did. The show is so fucking ridiculous, bro. Because they just be they really be saying shit. I'm like,
yo.
did y'all say that?
Yeah. Are they still doing like the references to other shonen?
Yeah.
Always. Oh, that's part of the DNA.
So
I think
funny.
of it because it's more comedy than anything.
Yeah.
So like I think
Yeah.
if you're just looking for something just fun to watch, as cliche as that sounds, but like
Yeah.
meta in itself, like I think that makes it fun because you're like, oh, these characters I'm watching are aware of the same things that I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
And like they're using the references properly, obviously, because it's like part of the same zeitgeist and it's from Shonen Jump or whatever.
It's ongoing. It's got 200 plus chapters.
Well, I didn't think this would be a 200 plus.
It's longer than JJK.
Wow. That's crazy.
Oh, they really just doing shenanigans. They
Yeah.
got to be doing shenanigans because what we
Truly.
see so far,
Yeah, no.
I can't see how you could keep this.
Yeah, me neither. That's crazy.
You just doing it just to do it.
They just fucking around. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But yeah, that's Witch Watch. To Be Hero X.
Yo. Are you
Still
caught
haven't-
up?
I
Are you
still
caught
haven't
up?
watched, so
Kimmy,
no
why are you
spoilers.
playing games with
I
me?
want to.
I told you like a month and a half ago.
I
2
know,
months.
I know, and I'm going to. Trust me, I'm going to.
Well, I won't say too much, but the last episode that I seen, they
Solo leveling who?
could never.
Could never.
Like Danny's complaint about like that solo leveling finale was like it was just like a lot of flashing
The
lights
ants.
in the fight, right?
The ant fight?
Like it was just like blues and reds, just
Yeah.
pew, 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 right? Nah, and maybe it's because of the style of animation they use in this, and because it kind of just like teeters between the whole 3D and 2D thing.
Which I love. I
But-
really love that.
It's growing on me more, but girl, this might be the best female fight in anime I've ever seen in my life. Like
Both characters.
I praise.
The
like
designs.
the fight was, I could see everything going on, and it was chaotic.
the
too,
combos.
you know what I mean? So
the techniques.
like I could see
the
every
counters.
It was very. Normally I could be like, man, a whole episode of just like hands is kind of just like whatever. Sometimes for me, this I was like,
Locked
they
in.
they beefing for real, and I could feel it. Like they cook,
Okay.
and I don't want to spoil it, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think that it being two female characters within the anime space makes it even more
Ooh.
crazier because like
You don't see that
you
too
don't
often.
see that often. You know what I mean? So like,
Very true.
and the personalities they kind of how they tell these characters' story and how they are personality wise and what got them to this point of why they're fighting in a short time was done very, very effective.
Like a
very
movie.
effective.
It's almost like a movie.
Yeah, like To Be Heroes continues, and My Hero fans are really mad at me on TikTok that I made that statement. But I'm just like, yeah, they like, why people just always want to compare everything that has hero in it or something with heroes. I'm like, that's not true because I don't compare One Punch Man and My Hero.
Yeah, no.
And there's not a lot of
completely different
series.
things.
And they think that To Be Hero X and My Hero is like so different, but I don't think it's that different. I think it's
Like,
a
it's
hero
comparable.
society.
it's
Yeah.
extremely similar in regards to its
Especially hero society ranking system. Yeah.
yeah, like the fact that like that just doesn't automatically let you know like that they're pretty similar in regards to what it's trying to say. It's just that To Be Hero X just locks in more on the greed portion of it and like the cycle, the way the endeavor of it all. It's almost like as if my hero would focus more on what Stain was dealing with and Endeavor was dealing with more. You know what I mean? And as opposed to kind of like the Shigaraki stuff and the Deku stuff, like that. Take those two storylines and imagine that was like fleshed out into its own story, completely. So that's what do you think about like the episode?
I think that what To Be Hero X is doing really well is introducing us to a series of different characters in like a 3 to 4 episode time span, while it's still feeling fresh. Like I'm still invested because these characters' lives are intertwined, and you're seeing like their similar motivations and similar backgrounds, and like it's. What's great is it's all culminating into one thing. And you don't.
There's
know.
a goal. You see, there's a goal. Like they finally showed the dude in the intro.
Yeah, the X guy.
I just thought he was a made up guy for the intro. I was like, maybe it's just like a fake person. And then when he showed up on screen, I was like, who? What is this nigga's deal?
Do you still think the intro is like mid? Dude, I love the intro every time I see it. No, man. I love it.
It's too arcane,
especially with the X guy and the way like. He uses his powers.
Visually, it looks crazy in the intro, but I'm talking about the song. Like I'm looking down. I'm just good.
No,
like,
I love it. I can't wait for you to.
Okay,
to watch
I
it.
want to know.
But that needs to be like your next thing to watch.
Okay,
because I think To Be Hero X is definitely. I don't think it's going to win Anime of the Year, right?
Yeah,
but
I mean, if Solo Leveling could, everything has a chance.
But
girl,
I think,
next year season 2.
Yeah, I just think To Be Hero X. It's fun. It's fresh. I love the way they play with the animation, and. Yeah, great characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
The beginning after the end, still watching that.
That's still not over? Are they doing a 25 episode season?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's just fine, just regular.
That seems like the kind of series that really needs time to build up.
Yeah, it seems like it. Like it's every time I think I'm gonna get out the isekai game, it's just there's always gonna be another isekai that keeps me around. Like Power Rangers 1 ended, so
yo, season 2 waiting to be announced.
It's not coming.
It's not gonna.
It's not coming. I'm still loving My Hero Vigilantes.
I need to catch up. I'm so behind.
I haven't even started it.
You should watch it, bro.
You should really watch that.
You should watch
that
it.
One's it's good.
It's good.
It's completely different than My Hero.
I know.
Like I really like the main cast. Like they're really, really just. I like it that they focus too much on like the Aizawas and all that. Like they come here and there, but
little cameos.
That main cast, like I'm like I bang with them. Like they daily life, and maybe it's because he's aged up. He's like a college kid, so that maybe helps a little bit more. But the B girl, the B girl as a concept,
Pop. Oh, B girl,
the B girl, not Pop Step. The villain girl, right?
Yeah.
As a concept, the way she moves, her swagger, like, it's just great. It's fun, bro. Like I'm really, really enjoying it. Do we want to talk about Love Island?
Might as well. I would love to talk about Love Island.
Go ahead.
She said cook.
So, Kimmy, what's it? Hold on. I have a question, though. For Love Island, Kimmy, what is it like for you not ever having watched Love Island, but seeing, like, you're sending stuff to the chat. You're seeing some of the memes and the drama that's happening out there.
I just know all my normie friends are like, oh my God, have you seen Love Island? Yeah.
Normies.
You know what I mean? You're not weebs like us.
Oh,
Regular
gotcha.
people.
Oh.
What did he think I was?
I don't know what you meant by that, but I now know what you mean.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious what you thought.
I don't know. I was lost.
The normies, yeah. Just
okay, the non-otakus.
I think
yeah.
The not gays.
No, definitely not that. Inside joke.
I don't know. Yeah. So everyone's just like, have you seen Love Island? And I'm just like, no.
Well, outside of that,
but my boys have.
What do you know about, I guess, the show so far? I mean, compiled with the internet, us, your friends. Like, I would like to hear like somebody who's just like out, like refuses to come. It's not that you're hating on it, but like you're just like, I'm not stepping into that bubble. Like, what is that? What is that like? I guess not knowing.
Reality dating show, big dramatic, and I know everyone has like real shit personalities, but like, you know, it's for entertainment, so it's not as bad. And I know Megan Thee Stallion showed up, so shout out to them.
They needed it because it was the
twerking?
vibes. The vibes were down.
Yeah, the vibes were down.
The vibes were down. So they needed some elevation in there.
Okay.
What I think has been the most interesting about this season of Love Island is just seeing people in like the anime community and other different like content creators everyone's talking about it.
They're here, bro.
Everyone
They're
they've never watched Love Island before, but now they're making Love Island. People who have been following for years, who have done anime content or just like cooking videos or whatever, like they're making Love Island content.
The NBA finals were airing, and nobody was talking about
After
it.
the Knicks lost, no one cared. After the Knicks lost,
Like the NBA finals were airing the whole time,
That's so funny.
and not a like. Jeremiah went off the island during Game 7.
no, that was Game 7.
That was Game 7, and Tyrese Halliburton
He got hurt.
tore his Achilles in that game.
I didn't find out
and
till 2
more
days
people
later.
were talking about Jeremiah and Hannah getting voted. Like, do you like know any of these names or any moments that have happened as an outsider? Like,
No.
Have you heard the term Hurricane Hoodah? Have you heard like any of these? Because you sent a lot of Hoodah memes to us.
Did I? I see.
Yeah.
I
Well, you
see-
probably don't know who it is. You
yeah,
just
when
send,
I see them, I send them to you guys because I figured you'd appreciate it, but I don't know the
I did.
context.
so you just be
of it.
sending them and you don't even be chuckling. You just
Yeah.
like, I don't know what this means.
I'm
I'll
like,
just
these dudes look like Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Yeah.
No, that
Well,
that
now
is-
they're the Mean Girls.
that is amazing. What?
Well, now they're the Mean Girls.
No, the Ed, Ed and Eddie is iconic because last season there were 3 girls that were known as the Powerpuff Girls. Right?
PPG.
Those were like
PPG.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were the like iconic girls of the season. And now this year, for the complete opposite reason, for like a negative reason, they're Ed, Ed and Eddie, and it's just so well.
It
labeled.
shifted though now.
It's now Mean Girls.
no, now it's
I saw. Didn't you send a meme?
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
everybody. They're no longer Ed and Eddie now. They've now shifted
Regina
into
George and
So they say
Gretchen
Ace-
Wieners.
Ace is Regina George. Taylor
Taylor's
is Gretchen,
Wieners,
and
then
Nick
is Kate. Some no, not Kate.
I don't
The
know.
blonde girl. the
I
blonde
never
girl.
seen. I never seen.
You've never
Stop,
seen Mean
stop,
Girls?
Stop.
As it was coming out of my mouth, I said, "I'm about to hear it."
Yeah, what? That's
No.
like, no,
I
that's
usually
like,
I usually keep it to myself.
no, that's
One of those
insane.
ones I usually do
Corey.
keep to myself.
That's insane.
What stopped you from watching Mean Girls?
I don't know, and I love Tina Fey.
Is that
Like
this
I love Tina Fey.
This is her best movie.
I just don't.
like I'd risk it all for Tina Fey.
yeah.
I've heard you say that, like the meme. You don't even go here so many
Yeah.
times.
I know
He knows
the memes.
It's like me. I don't really fuck with SpongeBob like that, but I know all the memes.
What? SpongeBob's
Yeah, she said that before, but it's just
that's crazy.
you
okay.
weren't allowed to watch it though.
I was.
What's stopping you from watching it?
It's nothing stopping me from watching it.
I know
just-
it.
Okay, we got
It still
movie
holds.
night.
Up. That's
It still
that's
holds
movie
up.
night. Holes. I'm sorry, you're taking a back seat.
Yeah, I know.
Because he's
Mean
also
Girls.
never seen Holes.
Yeah.
But Mean Girls, that is the culture.
That is the
No,
culture.
no,
That's our millennial livelihood.
yeah.
I know I've seen so much clips of it. I've never
No.
sat and watched.
Yeah,
I
but you got to
refuse.
see it straight through.
Yeah, I
It's different. It's
refuse.
different in
Yeah.
context.
Well, okay, so back on Love Island.
okay. Anyways,
Yes,
yes.
now
flabbergasted me.
people are calling them the Mean Girls, especially after what happened with Jeremiah. But I think the twist of the day and something I didn't expect to happen. The fanfic girlies, the AO3 girlies, they got a W.
They got a W.
They got a W because
Friends to lovers.
I mean,
I didn't see that coming. We're
Yeah,
talking about
because
two
it wasn't-
characters.
I think she heard a little bit. Nicolandria.
Nicolandria. 2 characters I didn't see. Like I would always see this discourse and chat online. Oh, hook them up together, hook them. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And now to see them sitting across from each other and saying like, I was always kind of feeling you, you know. I always thought you were cute.
Well, Nick is saying, because here's the thing about Nick. Nick know how to hoop. Nick is a
Nick
baller.
no ball?
Nick no ball. Because when they gave him the
Nick or
opportunity,
Nicky?
Nicky Poo?
Nicky Poo.
It's Nicky now. It's Nick now. She said, "Oh, I'm gonna miss calling you Nicky Poo." He said, "It's Nick now." I was sitting here like giggling, kicking my feet in there. I was like, I hate it, but no, that was so clean.
Yeah, it was. It was.
So these 2 people, Alandria has been with this guy named Taylor, right?
Okay.
They both kind of southern, kind of country. And
Okay.
She's
Alandria's
best girl of
thing,
the season, and he is
he's the guy who said the mamacita.
no. Oh,
He's-
Nick. I think
Yeah,
Nick. Taylor.
Nick is Oh, sorry, Taylor. Taylor is just
He's there.
There.
he makes Shrek references. He's a funny, silly little guy, but like he don't like that girl. You can tell.
You don't like that girl.
Like even the way I hate the way he kiss. Like he don't even open his mouth. He's just like Matt.
Yeah.
That's it.
He don't even look at her. Like everything he says to her, yeah.
He don't compliment her.
Nope.
He don't never be like, "Yo, you look good as hell today," and she be looking good as hell today. So like,
Landry is a looker.
out of all the couples who were there, who were left, they were probably still the best left available.
I think Nick and Sierra. Not anymore.
by the community standards. Why people like Alandria so much.
I think they're like Sierra's up there too.
Alandria's number one, bro. You don't be on TikTok. You don't be on TikTok.
All right,
you don't be on TikTok.
Okay.
That is the town square. You know what I mean? For the Alandria is the people's champ because she's so much like Serena from last season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so continue.
But Serena wasn't the people's champion last season.
Serena won.
Wasn't just because
It's
she
Leah.
won.
It's
yeah,
Leah was the
people's
champ, but
champion.
people love. But she didn't. We're talking about who's gonna win. Who would win?
Yeah, but America doesn't choose the winner.
Okay, so what happened between Brandon or whatever his name is?
Taylor.
Taylor. Okay.
Taylor and Alandria.
Okay.
Essentially, like
They got split up,
they got split up.
Okay.
and
Right,
then
but-
like the producers made shit happen and made the fanfic of Nick and Olandria happen.
Yeah, the other two people who's like one of the part of the Ed and Eddie group, the Mean Girls, the white boy, because it's two black guys and one,
Yeah,
the white boy, right?
Uh-huh.
The white boy got eliminated, and so did Alandria, but in two different parts of the island.
Okay.
So they split the boys and the girls up,
Uh-huh.
and they didn't know that the other person got sent home.
Okay.
On the other, so people who were their couples on the other side, Sierra's man is Nick, right?
Okay.
Sierra's another girl. Her man is Nick, but he got eliminated on the other side of the island. And Taylor's girl is Alandria, and she got eliminated on a different side of the island.
Okay.
So everybody's crying, everybody's sad. They're like, no, because Alandria was been like the main character leading these girls essentially. Like she's been the mother of the
okay.
villa,
Okay.
in my opinion.
No, yeah. it's true.
And Nick was the funny guy. He was part of that little Mean Girls trio, right? So we thinking they going home or they doing something. I'm thinking at first that they were going to swap them. What did you think they were going to do?
I thought they were both going to go home
Oh, for real.
in the beginning, but once I saw what was happening after the episode with them getting into the car,
Well, I'm talking about even when they got into the car, even like the end of the episode. What did you think was going to happen?
so when he did get in the car with her,
Because the episode ended with him getting in
with
the car.
him getting in the car, and Olandria's like, "Hurry up, get in!"
So cool.
Yeah, I thought that they were gonna like sit in like some room or like hang out in another villa. We wouldn't see them until after the villa and Casa Amor came together, and then like an episode later, then Nick and Olandria come back after Sierra and Taylor both crash out with other partners.
Yeah, mess around.
and then they come back. I didn't think they were gonna come back literally this next episode.
Yeah, so the internet and TikTok has been making mad Nicolandria because every challenge, they be making out. They be during the challenges,
He always be pulling her.
they got. I see it during the challenges, but like we don't see it anywhere on camera. Like when they're just chilling.
Okay.
Like you don't see them interact really like that. So they both got eliminated. They were getting sent off. The episode starts. They set them up on a random dinner date.
Yep, mad romantic. It's
Mad
dark.
romantic.
It's nighttime.
Vibes.
They got
Oh.
torches lit up.
And they're both eliminated and also already in couples. But they knew that the people, because before I was saying people were getting really pissed at this season.
Yeah.
So putting this there, you're sitting there like if you've been put it in the padded room, because we were putting these guys in the padded room for
Okay.
having these theories. You're sitting here like
It's paying off. The stocks paid off.
the stocks. Wow. I saw girls posting my parlay just hit.
My parlay.
Oh, you don't know
It's
what
a-
parlay
it's
is?
a sports betting
like
term.
what do you sports bet? You never heard that term? My parlay hit.
That's fine.
People's parlay was hitting, bro.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Okay.
It was cringe at first. You don't
Yeah.
think so? You don't think the
No.
conversation there was kind of cringe?
No, because she was recapping what was happening in Casa. He was recapping what was happening in the villa. And then they both kind of, they were holding hands. And he was saying like, yo, I always thought you were cute. And I think I want to take this opportunity to
Well,
get
that was
to know
after
you
he
a
got the
little bit
text,
better.
though. Remember, they got a text.
Nick and Olandria,
Yeah.
when they were at the dinner date,
Yeah, they got a text.
when they had a,
What
yeah,
text
yeah,
did
where it
they
was like,
get?
you guys can either choose
Yeah,
to
and that's when he
both go home now, or you guys can choose to couple up and go back to the main villa where the guys and the new Casa girls are.
Yeah. So they could have just been gone. They gave him the option. And that's when he started hooping.
Oh, that's when he started hooping?
He wasn't hooping until that text came. They were just recapping.
okay.
He was like, yeah. She was saying like, oh yeah, Sierra is messing with this dude that looks just like you. Another to her, because you could tell this girl don't fuck with white boys.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, he look like you. They both look like either Walter Goggins or what's that boy name? Jack Harlow.
Okay.
They look like one of them. One of them.
God.
Like they kind of like a fusion dance of them, right? I can't deny they look the same. And Sierra clearly that's her type. She likes that's what she
White
liked.
boys with curly hair.
Right. So she's saying like that's what she's into, whatever. She's saying that like he mentally stimulates her. She's giving him the whole recap of what his girl doing. And then he's over here like saying like, oh, well, yeah, young boy, it was 2 girls on his body, but now there's this other girl on his body now. And he been connecting with her more in the first
strong emotional connection, physical connection.
in the first 24 hours than what y'all did in 2 weeks, essentially.
Yeah. And that hit her. She was like, what?
Yeah.
And then when she went into the main villa, she's seeing this happen. She's like, yo, I've been putting in mad work into that man for 2 weeks. And this girl, she sees it.
Yeah.
She sees the connection they have because there's no mistaking it. Because for weeks I've been telling you that Taylor does not like Olandria. And the moment this new girl, and I like Taylor with this new girl, Clark, they do look good together. I'm happy for him. I honestly am. And I'm happy for Olandria because she don't got to be with this man anymore. I don't think she's going to end up with Nick. I'm going to be honest. I think Nick likes Sierra. I
already been wrong about thinking that this would never happen. So at this point, what do I know? I can't put my eggs in the basket saying like, I think they're definitely going to really pursue this thing. But if they do, they win in the whole shit. The people going to make it happen.
Yeah, 100%.
Because girl, the first conversation was kind of cringe, right? They got the text. You could either couple up. They choose to couple up. They go back in the villa. Now she gets to see the girl that was on him the whole time. Now he's the other guy, Taylor. He's uncomfortable because he didn't. They thought Nick went home.
Yeah.
And not only did Nick come back, they were crying about it and everything. They came back with his girl, right?
And Taylor, when I tell you Taylor was more happy to see Nick.
Oh my God, he hurdled over Olandria to get to Nick to hug him.
Yo,
he don't like this girl like that. And it's just forced because she's like they both country. And that's what she like nobody I ain't really been buying it. But some people it was still they were still cute, right? And she also has a vibe of slow burn, like friends to lovers type situation. She's like, I want to get close in this way first or whatever. So
there we go.
Even though all this is happening, Nick is like comforting her, like chilling, like he's not going mad hard until later on in the day. And then that's his first thing that he did to start hooping.
Ooh, what he do?
Nick had on all of Taylor's clothes.
Nick was wearing Taylor's clothes?
Black t-shirt. You ain't never seen Nick in a black t-shirt. He's either shirtless or he's wearing like a
white
open collar shirt like this, something like that, right? He had on a gold human link, a black tee, Taylor's purple jeans that he had on when he did that stupid leaning over the thing on.
Yeah.
And black boots.
Okay, it's a little southern, little country boy.
So white boy done already changed the aesthetic, right, for that night, right?
Yeah.
And then when they finally go in soul ties and finally have a conversation, he sees that Taylor's still really locked in on Clark. He had a conversation with Landry saying like trying to be transparent of everything that's going on. So like, but he was just kind of being a bitch to get there. Like he's scared of that girl.
Yes.
Like it really is giving like that's just your big sister at this point, bro. Like like he was like she eating. I don't want to go talk to her. I'm like, grow up.
Yeah, just go have a conversation, bro.
Like but when they were in soul ties and then Nick started applying the pressure, like because she wanted to talk about like she was still talking about Taylor. And Nick was being nice because it's kind of funny because that's his boy.
Yeah.
And Sierra is Alandria's girl. And Sierra don't know this is happening. So she about to find out. Well, she found out an hour ago based on when it came out.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So we don't know how that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But the vibes were there. He would tell, he was like, so what did you think about the challenge? And she was like, it's just kind of hard to see Taylor do this. He's like, no, I didn't say that. I meant like me and you. Like, what'd you think about how we were moving in the challenge?
Ooh, what'd she say?
And she's just like, that's the first time I ever see her start giggling and blushing. She never did that.
Yeah. He was complimenting her. He was telling her like
He said you were the most beautiful,
one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen.
Okay.
He's like, your smile literally lights up he's like, I love your strong personality. And usually he just tells people they're hot. The first thing he said to her was, your strong personality really intrigues me. Like, it really intrigues me. I was sitting here like, he's fucking open. Steph Curry could never. Steph Curry could never.
Yeah, Nick's and
he's a fuck boy. We know he's a fuck boy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
But I was still loving it, bro.
Yeah.
And then when they kissed, he grabbed the leg.
Was it a leg or was it a cheek?
It was cheek. I was sitting here like
my friend said she was at the bar kicking and screaming and like everything. She said she was her and her
This
friend
show's
were
got to
going
be a
off.
vibe at a bar.
Yeah, she said it was the perfect episode to watch at a bar because she was going. They were going crazy.
yeah, they were probably yelling like it was the NBA Finals for real.
Oh, for sure.
Like I don't know if I would want because like I need to hear.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean they usually have subtitles.
I'm an attentive watcher, but I need to hear.
No, I feel
like
that.
you need to hear Amaya fumble a
Oh my God,
that poor
Maya
girl.
Papaya.
Amaya Papaya. Gratitually.
Yo, this girl, she's just like so sweet.
She's just a Dominican girl who went to Midwood here in Brooklyn. Like
Is it the one that looks like
got green
Mary Kate
eyes.
and Ashley?
Yes.
Yeah.
that one.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
No, it's 100%.
I can't see it like that.
I sent
but
you the
she's-
picture.
Yeah.
I still didn't see it even.
She's
then.
baby girl of the
She
season.
looks just
Yeah.
like them.
These men, the men.
They don't like her.
She's
don't
just.
like
it's because like
her.
everybody like a weird girl until they get a weird girl. I think.
That's so true.
Like she's beautiful. She has green eyes. She's like the same complexion as you.
Yeah.
And she's just quirky. She also she still heavily like has her accent.
Yeah.
Like so like that's why she be like, English, she be stumbling a little bit,
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. But she also get the zoomies a lot. She just be running.
And she falls.
She falls a lot. She be sprinting full fucking speed, bro. They're not doing anything that requires that.
She's so sweet.
They could be like, somebody will read a thing on the paper. She's like, okay, guys, and we're going to have a pizza party after this. And she is the kid who's going to be like, yeah, and then just run around the whole thing and then somehow still fall. And nobody did anything to her. That's her.
I
I
want
love
to protect
it.
her.
I love
I want
it.
to protect her.
Right
And
here.
honestly, she's been through it. She's been through the. Because I'm
Yeah.
telling you, these guys, they don't like her, and like she keeps putting herself out there, and it's hard to see. Like, and she's so strong. She's
Yeah.
so strong. She's
It's hard because I cried a little bit when she was
up
talking
there?
to JT. The boy that was like, I'm Puerto Rican, something puñeta, that
Okay,
guy,
yeah.
whatever, the big, I don't know, bro. It was cringe as hell. I was like, I don't think that Puerto Ricans say that, but I saw that as there's a lot of Spanish people in New York City, so and we have so many different types, and I'm accustomed to like just so many different cultures in it as more time has gone. Whether I've met Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Colombians, like Mexicans, like I'm accustomed to it here. We have a lot more of that. Where in California they only have like Mexicans,
Yeah.
right? So
That's
like
true.
they don't even know how Dominicans and Puerto Ricans really act.
That's true.
Right? So they have a whole different lens on like what Spanish is. They don't really have a Caribbean lens on it so much.
That makes sense.
So when I see Amaya on screen, I'm seeing her like, yeah, that's just a Dominican girl from New York City.
yeah.
And there's a cultural disconnect with one, the A situation, saying babe and all the other stuff,
yeah.
like speaking like that. That's so common. But
Do you know
that's
about
not,
that?
Basically, she
She got coupled up with this guy Ace, and she's the kind of girl be like babe, 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 but like she doesn't
Yeah.
mean it. She means it like
That's just how it
that's
is.
Just how, that's
Yeah.
how she calls everybody babe. She'll
Yeah.
call her mother babe.
I do that,
right?
yeah.
And she got coupled up with this guy Ace, and literally that same night he was like, "Hey, just so you know, like I'm a slow burn, and I'm not very like touchy feely, and honestly, like you're the type of person that like says babe right away, and like I don't like that." And
yeah,
she's
like,
like,
the nicknames and all that stuff. And she's like, that's, and they got into it, right? It turned to a whole thing. And that first time, I could see both parties. I understood there was a cultural disconnect, and I also could, because like he's from California, so like, and from LA, so like I know that like he's just like, that's you giving me a pet name already, and I'm trying to maybe even give some type of grace, but it came off very assholey. But she blew up as well too, so that didn't help. But then she got paired eventually later on with the Trumpy.
Why would they do that to her? They're just setting her up.
Yep. So watching him also be on some like, as soon as he found out what she was, I saw his whole vibe change.
immediately.
I watched it. She was like, oh, he was like, so what are you? Whatever. Right. At first he was vibing because he's also weird.
Okay.
He be
I
taking,
don't like him.
he
at all.
take pictures of lizards and all that stuff. Like he's a weird dude, right?
with a weird tattoo.
With a weird tattoos,
show
and
you.
he has a
Oh, I saw all the ugly tattoos that the
No,
guys
did you
have.
see the one that he has?
it's a tall, lanky white dude.
I'll show you.
His name is Austin, right? So they got paired. So like now she's like not about to get eliminated, but now they pair up and now they get to know each other more. And now she's saying like, oh, she's like, so what are you? So and then I could see that moment where he's like, oh, so you're like just Dominican. And I could see in that moment, and it sucks because I do know the context because of TikTok being nosy as hell. I'm like, yep, that's
a Trumpy.
I was like, he's not banging with that. And then he started falling back after that.
What is that?
That's ugly.
He got that on his body.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw with the ugly ass like
Yeah.
the other tattoos. Yeah.
So
His face looked like that. Ugh.
Yeah.
He looks like Ross Geller if he grew up in California.
Yeah.
when you said that earlier, I was like, who's Ross Geller?
From Friends.
Yeah, I had never.
Oh yeah.
So what made me really sad because I was like, damn, I'm sitting here watching this girl not be able to just authentically be
Herself.
Like everybody's calling her weird and too much, and it was like that was making me sad because I was like, I know mad girls like mad people like
100%.
that, and
100%.
it just sucks because everybody else in the villa is so fucking boring that in comparison to her,
Yeah.
Like
it was
here
a
we
little
have somebody
quirky.
like I like to see on screen. She's funny, short, like she puts herself out there. She brings energy, and she's not afraid to be herself.
said I was perfect.
Yo, she started singing.
I never said I didn't have any flaws.
What?
She's doing her
At least
makeup by
I
herself,
know
and she
I'm
just starts singing
pretty.
this.
At least I know I'm pretty. I was like, Maya, papaya.
She's baby girl.
Oh
It's
my
so funny.
God. Stop
I just
hitting
want,
me.
and I thought when the villa got separated, so again, in Casa Amor, the guys and girls get separated.
Uh-huh.
They bring in a whole new set of guys and girls for both.
Okay.
And it was 5 brand new guys, and I was really hoping one of these guys would feel for Amaya. And yo, the one guy she like got paired with that had to choose
Miguel's boy.
that had to choose between Olandria and Amaya Papaya, right? Olandria, she got sent home, and all the girls are heartbroken because, like Corey was saying, Olandria has been like the mom of the villa the whole time, right? And Amaya's like really upset about it. You know, she's not like bawling her eyes
No,
out,
but
but
she's
she's
so
like
sad,
really
yeah.
emotional.
Feel guilty.
And Homeboy had the audacity to be like, yeah, well, you know, it was a hard decision for me. You know, I had to choose.
Wow.
And, you know, I think like you just need like a second to like relax and, you know, cool down. Motherfucker, it happened like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I would have thrown this at her.
But I could also see he felt guilty though. Like he was
did.
apologizing. Like you being a little messy now. Like you just being complete. Like don't be.
It's not about him.
It's
not about
Amaya.
him. It's about Amaya and literally everybody else, but it's not about him.
right.
I'm not. But I'm saying like I could understand why he was feeling guilty. He broke up the group, but it's crazy stuff going on. They could maybe save the season. Whether or not Nicolandria keeps on going,
We're gonna see.
we're gonna see.
Also, I just realized we never went to Danny's what we're watching. We
Oh,
just-
yeah.
he went second.
I went
Oh.
second because he did the intro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was you then him.
Yeah.
So
But,
I
now
don't know
it's
if
his
he's
turn.
done yet.
but I'm saying
I'm
you
done
never
now.
went.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
done now?
What I'm
Oh.
saying is you never went. We ended doing like a segment.
No,
for
that's
Love Island.
is part of his.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're right on track. Don't worry, I did not forget. Are we caught up on Go-Go Loser Ranger? It's hard to know, huh? Yeah, there's been a lot going on.
It's
Kim-
been a lot.
I feel so all over the place, bro. Like, I feel like
know.
shit is just happening. Like shit's just happening.
chaos.
The last thing I saw,
The last
Was-
The
thing
Monster
I
Resistance group.
the
Do we know
girl,
about them?
girl with the white hair, girl with the white dress, was fighting the little mini Blue Ranger girl.
Okay, the girl with the 2 different color eyes.
Yeah, girl.
Okay, hold on, Kimmy.
saw. Oh, the monster. Oh, when they all turn into monsters, I think was
Okay.
the last thing I ended up on.
Okay,
So you're a couple episodes behind, if anything. Like
I think so,
all the
yeah.
people turned. Like you didn't see any. You didn't see any
Matchups?
You ain't see any Rangers fighting.
No, they just saw the church. Everyone turned into
you're
monsters.
4 episodes behind.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a bit behind.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, say less. All right, I won't bring it up then. A new animated movie came out on Hulu recently titled Predator: Killer of Killers. I don't know if you guys are fans of the Predator franchise
Never
from
seen a
like
single
back in
one.
the 80s. This nobody saw this coming. Anybody who's an Alien or Predator fan, nobody saw this coming. It's an animated movie, hour and 20 minutes. Amazing, stellar, so much fun. Told so many different stories. Like, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of Predator lore. Right, Predator is a race of aliens that obviously come from another planet, and they're warriors. They're warriors from like
That I know for the most part.
top to bottom, right? And what they love the most is a hunt, right? So they go to different planets, fight different monsters, just for the challenge, just to claim fame through.
Really,
a
I
hunt.
just like to fight.
Yeah, that's it. Right. So the animated movie tells a story of 3 different people. Right. One's a Viking woman who is a demon. Oh my God. You know, Mario Leonia from Black Clover? Her, but like a Viking. Amazing.
Fire.
I loved her. Her story was great. The second one was a samurai guy. And then the third one was this like Cuban kid or Puerto Rican kid from Miami who was like in the army. So it's like a story of them and their encounters with the predators and how they overcame their situation. And then they like all like wake up on like on the predator homeworld. And they're like in like a tournament. Like the predators just do this. Like, okay, we're going to take people who have beaten us and then put them in a tournament. It's so much fun. It gave us lore on the predators. We actually got to go to their homeworld, and it's like perfect timing because a new Predator live action movie is coming out later this year, Badlands, if you know, you know, where the main character is a predator. Super exciting, honestly. For like the monster alien fans out there, this was a great movie. If nobody saw it coming. Honestly, for me, that was a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
It was so much again because like I'm not expecting
anything
crazy stories or anything like that, but like as a Predator fan, as an Alien fan,
you're a fan of a lot of like franchises. I realize,
dude.
like a lot of random franchises that I've never even been like the fact that I just got into Planet of the Apes recently, like very very impressive.
Very strict. Let's see, guys. Lazarus on HBO. Again, this is the show.
That's the one that you didn't like. That, yeah.
I know. I kept. You know what? I picked that back up a little because I want to see what happens. I have to. I'm too invested now. I have to see what happens.
3 episodes in.
No, I was 9 episodes in.
Oh.
Now there's 12 episodes.
I thought you were on I only thought you were on episode 3 last time.
No, that was of the other show, Bet, the live action of Kakegurui,
okay.
which I actually, because I had watched
you
4
that
episodes.
Back up too?
Because Kimmy's like, oh, but remember his opinion's only because of 3 episodes.
She didn't even watch it though.
I know, but I took that a little seriously. So I watched 2 more episodes.
Because I said what?
Because you were like, remember, guys, this is just because he's only watched 3 episodes, and because I watched the episodes back, and I remember being like, all right, 3 episodes. All right.
I mean, nobody was trying to hold you to a standard.
No one's holding it to you because
I watched a couple more, and it's still trash. I definitely don't recommend it.
The live action.
I can't believe you put more out.
No.
I don't feel bad for you.
But that's an English show, and I can't take it seriously. So that is something I put in the background and I did not pay full attention to. Not like K-pop.
I was gonna say that wasn't worth it. Like you didn't have to go back.
She was like,
I was
"Hey,
not
don't blame
trying
me."
to prove you
she
wrong.
said, "Don't blame." I was just giving the audience context.
Yeah,
I'm just giving you my motivations.
He gaslit himself.
I know,
he gaslit himself.
He really did because we told you could have dropped it.
That's it really for what I'm watching because we've talked about a lot. But I will say, as far as manga goes, there's a new anime that's coming out later this year called Witch Hat Altier.
Witch Hat Altier?
I've heard of that.
It's a manga from Kodansha, and I just finished catching up on the series. And I think that you guys are really in for a treat when it comes out. It's definitely going to be the kind of series that it's going to take maybe like, it's a great story, but for you to like really like appreciate what the story has to tell, it takes place in like a magical world, but only certain, if you're not born a magician or a witch, you just don't get the ability. But what you later come to find out is that anybody can be a witch or a magician, but this group of people have secluded it and made it forbidden for new people to learn about it.
They gatekept it.
They gatekept it because humanity at one point, you find out everybody knew how to use it, and so it always led to war and it led to experimentation, kind of like in Full Metal Alchemist, how that they use alchemy for like the look for the Philosopher's Stone. And
they got
everything.
the codes of the nukes
to the point where like even the magicians are out there. They can't even use healing magic. Like healing magic, that's for humans. They have doctors, they have apothecaries. That we don't mess with healing magic because that leads to immortality, eternal youth.
You just throwing the word apothecary now, huh?
Yeah,
that's just
it's in the vocabulary.
It's in your vocabulary. Because when you said it, I said, you never used that word before this. You just do that in.
That's a big word for Elmo.
This is why we watch. This is why we watch anime.
No, that's always good I think it's always smart, good to add new. I'm always adding new
Absolutely.
vocabulary words. And when I learned serendipity, I didn't know how to act.
Yeah.
You
I don't even know how to spell that.
No, remember you was there when I found out remember because I ran into you and somebody was like, "That's so serendipitous."
Oh, no.
That's
I don't
true.
remember that.
Forget it.
Forget
Never
it.
mind.
But that's it for what we're watching. But something that Kimmy and I have been watching is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
We finally took the dive, guys.
Welcome to the JoJo's watch through. We're going from part 1
And
to
just
All the way
part
through.
1.
well, this video we're gonna only be this episode we're only gonna be talking about part 1 of JoJo. So that's the first
is-
9 episodes.
Yes.
Yes.
Of Jonathan Joestar.
Of
Yes.
the Jonathan Joestar. Our goal is to hopefully shepherd them through all of JoJo's. What were your thoughts on JoJo's? I guess before watching then.
Fashion,
Yeah.
drama, camp.
It's super campy, dramatic,
Muscles.
silly. Yeah, muscles, fashion. Yeah, all the
creepy
kind of stuff.
but funny moments.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And culture.
culture. I mean, it's heavily
it's
like
heavy, yeah.
like saying like, can you guess who the stand user is? Even though you guys don't know what stands are yet.
I have an idea of what they are.
Well,
Just because I've watched.
How far did you get originally?
Honestly, I'm realizing now only like 13 episodes.
Oh.
So I only got through like part of Joseph Joestar's journey.
Okay, and you have no idea. You stopped hard at 9, right?
No, I stopped at I'm at 11. So
Okay, so you
I'm
guys-
up to 12.
Okay, so you
So
guys dipped in a little bit. So we
Yeah.
won't talk anything about the
Part 2.
bloody
The Pillar Man
The
thing?
Pillar Man.
Yeah, I'll just all the parts have specific names, so I'm trying to make sure I say them properly on screen. So the first one is called Phantom Blood.
Okay.
And then the second part is called, I believe, Bloody something. It's battle,
Okay.
battle Tendency.
Okay.
Sorry, second part's called Battle Tendency. Third part's called Stardust Crusaders. They all have names.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we're only going to be talking about Phantom Blood today. So the intro. JoJo's intros are very, very well popular in the community. People talk about them a lot in regards to the visuals and the songs. What you guys think about the intro?
You go.
No, you can go.
I was gonna say for the intro, the visuals extremely well done. I thought it was colorful. They went with like different art styles and artwork. The song was good. It's not my favorite, but I think that it really fits the aesthetic of a bizarre adventure and the characters that are in it. I skipped it most of the 9 episodes. I probably skipped it 7 out of the 9 times and watched it 2 times.
I agree. Yeah, I did
Obviously, the
same.
fired time, and then maybe like the 5th time.
Yeah, that's what I did as well. It wasn't one of my favorites. It was just kind
Ryan
of
screaming.
yeah. Yeah, I was like, listen, I'm not listening to it. Like,
I feel like Goku's like rearing up to throw a punch during this.
yeah,
If you guys were rating that, what would I give that in the letter rankings?
a 4. Oh, and
Oh.
the letter. Sorry.
Well, even if it was
Jesus
a 1%,
Christ!
Sorry.
She came out. She had that fast off the dome.
locked and loaded.
That's a D.
Are we taking visuals into consideration?
It sounds like it's still a 4 to her.
I honestly, I don't even remember it.
Okay, is it a
'Cause I
letter
only
or 1
watched
through
it for-
10?
I was saying letter because we've
He
done.
said
We,
le- he
we
said
usually
letter,
we usually do
Letter,
letters for
I'll
intro.
give it
Yeah.
a B. I'll give it a B.
Okay,
I'll give it a B.
where you
That's
at?
generous. Give it a C. It wasn't that great.
She can't even-
Actually, I don't remember what it looks like because it just wasn't that memorable to me.
Yeah. Well, what'd you guys at least think about the outro?
So I was happy to finally understand the memes, because everyone that has ever content created has always ended up with a dun dun dun, dun. Like I was like, I get it now. It's cool to be continued. So I
Yeah.
felt cool that I was finally in it. But then like after the little bit, I was like, okay, I'm over it.
He was like, it's like it has a cool like segue because
Yeah.
sometimes it'll play in like mid episode, and I remember I was confused the first time I was watching because I didn't know that was a feature to expect or whatever. So I'm like, why is the outro playing already? I'm like, they still talking. Like I would be confused, and then like I was like, oh, that was kind of clean. I was like, that was kind of clean. What'd you think about it?
I think the outro is great. I think every time like I see it, I try to like catch the remote on Netflix to allow me to keep playing it and listening to it. I think
It's a
the
good
outro is
song.
great. 100%. That little guitar, the strumming of it hits every single time.
Well, I think that's the best part of JoJo's because every outro song, I don't know if you guys remember me saying this before, but the outro songs they use are songs that Araki was listening to in real life while he was like drawing that part.
Oh,
Because like these are, I don't mean to call like anime music fake music, but like the songs that they use in these outros are like very Western only songs. They're real songs. They're not pulling like this is a original for the thing. No, they're paying rights to get like songs that were like Billboard songs here in America.
Wow, that's impressive.
So like that's not Japanese. That's
why you said we can't stream it. Okay.
Yeah, because
Gotcha.
like I was like, we not about to get cooked by
that copyright.
By
Yeah.
because this is like Universal Music Group for real. Not like so.
Yeah.
It's very like music is a really really big part of JoJo's. It's going to become even more apparent as you get more into the series. Like the powers are named after songs. Like there's a stand. You're never going to get to this part because it's like in the manga. But it's so much farther. Not that you never are, but it's going to be so far away. There's a stand called Hey Ya.
Hey ya.
Wow.
No, like the Outcast song.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
so
okay.
funny.
Hey Ya. Specifically, there's
That's
a,
so funny.
like and in the more recent part, like Araki brings up SZA specific, like so like
That's so funny.
the music is just a big part. In fact, he cares about it a lot. So they try to integrate that with the outro song. So sometimes you'll get surprised by a song and be like, "What is this? Why is this an anime outro?"
Yeah. That's so
It's gonna take a while for you guys to get there, but I remember there was a moment where the first time I heard it, it's in like part 5, and I'm watching the first episode and I got to the outro song and I said, am I at a family barbecue? I was like, what is going on?
That's so funny.
But what do you guys think about a main character, Jonathan?
He's a gentleman. I liked him a lot. I was a little frustrated with him when he was younger. I really feel like he should just knock Dio out. I don't care what my dad says. I'm gonna sneak you. This is my house. I know where everything is, and I'm gonna sneak you. I'm sorry. He was just too much of a gentleman, though.
He was too nice, yeah.
But I really liked their upbringing, like how that progressed with like them, being college rugby players and them like showing face in front of everybody that behind everyone's backs. It's like I fucking hate this guy. This guy's a scumbag.
What about you?
He was okay. I really had no connection to him at all. Like I felt like neither one of them, honestly. This whole arc, it's unfortunate, but like I was very bored during this arc. Nothing intrigued me. Like the hate that Dio felt for him, it was just like he was just like, I don't know, jealous, and he was hating to hate. There's no motivation there, and I was like, I don't know. There's no.
We're not on Dio yet. We got to focus on.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'm like, I don't know. Either way, like Jonathan, he was just kind of too
vanilla.
He's a goody two shoes.
He was a goody two shoes. Very Superman.
So he's nobody's favorite JoJo.
No, not yet.
So not even not yet. He's nobody. Like,
well, I'm saying like we haven't met the others yet, but
oh yeah. So I'm trying to make I'm trying to give you context. Like you're not insane for feeling that way. Like out of all, because every part has a new main character.
Yeah.
Right. So nobody's out here. A lot of people hate the first part.
I see why.
A lot of people will tell people just skip it.
I see why.
What? No, I feel like it's important.
I mean,
to
it's
know the origin
context.
story.
Yeah,
It's
definitely
context that also still never comes back. Kind of.
A word.
JoJo's is not that serious as they're gonna hate me for saying this because like JoJo fans are. I'm a JoJo's fan, but y'all kind of crazy sometimes. Like y'all be expecting everybody to remember everything in this series. This is not that series where it's super trying really hard to make you guess things.
Okay.
It's random and it has fun with being random.
Really?
Like
Okay.
you don't have to really watch it and be on some like that's probably gonna be something that's gonna come back later. That's an important point.
While Phantom Blood, while the arc wasn't like completely mind blowing, I think as far as like it is anime.
Yeah.
That is shonen anime. That is like the
100%.
quintessential shonen anime. So for me,
It's from the
being
80s.
for me being a shonen trash monster, I ate that shit up. I think it's colorful. I think that it's dramatic. I like the character designs, and honestly,
Yeah.
Dio. Sure, we don't know his motivations, but he's a very interesting character in the manga. And maybe one thing, but in the anime, the way he's voiced in both Japanese and English dub, he is a character. He's dripping with charisma. His lines, the dialogue. I think the dialogue on his end is also great.
Now
So-
I'm very curious of how he sounds in English because I know you said that he was heavily English. Do they all have English accents?
yes,
Okay.
all of them.
Did Dio not hit for you in any sense? I'm not saying so much the character motivations, but I guess like as a presence, like you didn't feel like he at least added something or no?
I don't know. He was kind of cool. Like, I get it. Like, he had the swag and everything, and like, you know, prime vampire. Like, I don't know. He was also kind of silly. I also appreciated that he like respected JoJo's after like he beat him a couple times, and he's like, hey, don't talk shit about, you know, this
JoJo.
man. He beat me. You know what I mean? So you got to treat him nice. You know, so like, even though he was like, you know, I despise this man, I'm gonna kill him and like turn, you know, take his body. But like, you know, he earned that respect. I'm not just taking anybody's body, you know. So I appreciated that about him. But he's also like a scumbag, a good villain. He was a good villain.
Yeah, he's just an asshole just to be an asshole, and that's why we love Dio though. Like, we're like, you know what? He don't need more than that.
Yeah,
He's a generational hater.
I found out my coworker is watching it because her son made her watch it, and
These kids are into JoJo's, and I'm confused.
It's
Remember when I was
so
I went
weird.
to that middle school?
Yeah.
I gotta give context because when I was at middle school, sounds crazy. But I went to go speak to kids about anime and podcasts and stuff, and we're talking like 10-year-olds talking about like, oh yeah, I like JoJo's. I'm sitting here like,
yeah, my little cousins were watching when they were like 8, and I was like, "What are you doing?
what are you doing watching JoJo's?
That's why I was like, "What are you watching JoJo's for?"
Dio ripped the man's head off.
Yeah, no. So
Dio made a mom eater baby.
that's crazy. Yeah. Oh, that was rough.
That was crazy.
But yeah, my coworker, she was like, "Yeah, no, I had to stop watching because basically she got upset that the dog died, that he killed the dog." She was like,
Episode
"Nah,"
1.
because she was like, "I'm an animal person, so like that hurt me." I was like, I had to stop.
Dio's a menace, bro. He's like, I'm cooking that dog.
That's crazy.
He's wild.
That's how you know he's true evil.
I guess like, what do you guys think about? I guess the overarching. It's short, right? It's 9
Yeah.
episodes, so like how the story played out and what it was about. A lot of people compare it to like it's very Shakespeare. That's a lot of people's like comparison.
I can see that. I
guess
see
like
that.
kind of the sequence of events, like how Dio came there. Like, what do you guys kind of think about how that played out in the end? And I guess the ending of the arc itself.
And him
so
showing
short.
up on the ship with the lifeless head. I mean, I feel like I'm glad they didn't drag it out.
Yeah.
I mean, even like the scene where like where JoJo fought like the two zombie,
Guys,
knights.
yeah, the knights.
From back then, even that, I was like, okay, we're getting a little like straying away from like the main story with Dio, but that was only like 2 episodes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I can't imagine them dragging it out any longer. I felt like it was an appropriate length of time for the content that we were given.
It was also dragged out because like how many times it's like I fought Dio, I thought he win, he comes back, and that happened like 3 times, and I was like, I'm over it.
Yeah, you want Dio to just be dead, or either just like,
Because I figured he's gonna come back, even if it's a different generation. So like
Yeah.
right now, I don't know the context, but I'm gonna believe that Dio comes back.
you're just waiting. You're like,
Yeah,
where's Dio?
He's gonna come back. So I'm like, even if it's not with Jonathan, he's gonna come back with one of the later generations. I only know that for the context of the meme, like, oh, you're approaching me? Yeah, like I know that's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
Dio's coming back. But otherwise, I'm like, it's the same shit over and over again.
Well, it seemed like you didn't love either Jonathan or Dio. Is there any character that you liked?
No.
Nope. Damn.
Nobody I connected to. So that's why I was like, this was a pretty boring season for me. What about you?
You can't connect to anybody. I like Dio's character. I do like Jonathan Joestar. Sure, he may not end up being my favorite Joestar, but again, he's a shonen protagonist.
Yeah.
So like,
He's the most base. He's Deku to its like Deku, Tanjiro, all of them at their most simplest level. You
That's
know
why I
what
was like,
mean?
he feels very Superman.
Yeah, he's
a himbo.
very cookie
He's a
cutter,
Yeah,
regular.
he's a himbo.
Yeah, I liked those. Yeah, I liked both of them.
What'd you think about the power system?
With Hamon, it's
was interesting.
chakra, it's chi, but it's all tied to your breath with it, which I think is very interesting because
Kind of like the Demon Slayer, like the breathing and all that. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's cool.
I was just like, when my first time watching, I was like, so this shit just do whatever.
They
They made a glider out of leaves.
That
He
was
said,
so
we
funny.
can make magnetic. I was like, now I'm doing it in the because that was a smooth move.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
were there any moments that you kind of felt like, you know what, that was kind of cool, or like, because it's a bizarre show, like everything that goes down. So I guess what was maybe the most asinine moment that you kind of felt like happened, and it was like that's just weird. Like that don't make no sense.
I feel like there hasn't been too many of those yet. So I know that there's more that's coming, but I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't even think of anything when I was
When we were thinking
Prepping
about
the
it,
notes.
yeah.
Because they had a because they had like a Jack the Ripper guy who just had like random
Yeah.
stuff, right?
He was like, I'm gonna make you a zombie for my stuff. Like,
the other dude kind of got him into a BDSM fight.
with the chain around the neck.
yeah.
And then the one guy had like snakes in his head. Like,
Yeah, that was weird.
I feel like she's re-remembering now. She's like, actually?
The snakes in the head was kind of weird.
Yeah.
That was that one part.
All right, so any references you guys kind of noticed or that you knew already?
Not besides the ending one.
yeah, are you talking about like memes that like we?
Yeah, memes that you've maybe seen on the internet because
Bing, bing, bing.
I mean it was me, Dio, like when he took Arena's kiss for the first
Oh,
time. He's like, you thought
yeah.
it was gonna be Jonathan Joestar, but it was me, Dio.
Yeah,
it's
Like
classic,
that.
bro.
that's a classic one. Yeah.
That and then the muda, the useless.
Oh yeah.
That one, and
I forgot that was one. Yeah, but I remember seeing. I was like, oh, why have I heard this before? Yeah.
I think those are the only two off the top of my head.
All right. So what are you guys giving it out of 10?
Phantom Blood. For me, for the effort that they put into it, again, like I think that the animation style is very creative. It's not something that you see a lot as far as like the way the characters are designed. And even like in the animation, like sometimes the colors shift. Like the characters are like different shades of green,
Yeah.
or different shades of purple. Like I really like when they just play with colors and play with aesthetics and themes like that. So for the effort that they put into it, taking into account the intro and the outro, and again, like I'm not giving this rating because of the story, right? Just it all around. I'll probably give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh shit!
I'll probably give it a 9 out of 10.
That's crazy.
But again, I'm not the story. It's
No.
just everything.
No,
as a
overall,
whole.
I understand. But I think the story is such a huge part of it that it should have like a higher influence on that score.
100%.
Because like I said, I agree with the art style. It was cool. Ending and beginning are, all right. I'm giving it a 6. This was overall not fun for me.
I was expecting more something like.
Yeah.
I feel like you liking it way more than I was expecting.
Yeah.
This is what
I was like,
I
a
could be
9 out of
convinced to an
10.
8 out of 10. But
You've given way more things that you've liked a higher score than this. Like, just about that score.
I mean,
she's over here like you a lie.
Yeah, I'm like, he's a fucking liar. I was waiting for like a 7, a 6.
I'm gonna make it very quick. You know what I forgot to bring up? Super quick.
What?
Whatever's happening in Fire Force,
oh yeah.
Oh, you're starting
This
it?
guy texted me the other day.
whatever they did in the most recent episode, I'm seeing like I texted Danny. I said, Danny, am I confused?
Why, are they cooking?
No, there's just
I
like
don't
one
know.
moment in the story where like something happens, and all of a sudden you're seeing a completely different world.
I don't want to. Because you said you still actually plan on watching. So if I say this,
It's going to be
it's
a
gonna
spoiler.
ruin it for
Okay,
you.
okay, don't tell me.
but I still can't tell you that it's really worth you watching because I know how you feel about it already. And even I can't say the quality so far up to whatever just happened that moment when I texted him still probably won't make the juice worth the squeeze for you. Like I really truly wouldn't be mad if you just never came back to it, bro. Like, cause you're still not gonna. It'll
I'm
blow
not
your.
gonna
It'll
like
blow
it.
your mind what happens or what's happening or at least what I think is happening so far. But I still don't think you're gonna like
I
Not
really
gonna
want to
enjoy the-
cosplay
not
the
gonna
hot.
enjoy the
I
ride
really want
there.
to cosplay the hot girl. So
the cat girl.
No.
Which one? The dark skin girl.
yeah,
Yeah.
pink hair. I
Yeah.
really want to cosplay her, but I just know if I cosplay her, I have to be ready to say that this is still trash all the way through. So I can be like,
Yeah,
no,
don't-
I know.
Don't do that to yourself. It's not worth it. That's a whole. I'm dressing as this because I like her, but I think this show is mid. They gonna kill if somebody interviews you at a con. Oh my god, you're gonna go viral. They're gonna kill you.
They're gonna cook you.
They're gonna cook you. They're like, what?
I still would. I stand on
Blasphemy.
business. I
Uh,
stand on business.
But Kingdom Hearts, Kimmy.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kimmy finally beat Kingdom Hearts.
Yay!
And she watched Chain of Memories.
Yes.
She watched like all the cutscenes.
Yeah,
watched them
we
all?
watched the
Oh,
whole
okay,
thing.
perfect.
Next week we're going to
Yay!
Kingdom
So
Hearts
you
2.
didn't play it.
No,
No.
we skipped
Thank
it.
God.
No, we
Yo,
skipped
because
it.
I joined your stream and I saw that you were watching a Chain of Memories cutscene, and I wasn't paying attention the whole time, so I thought that you were actually playing it.
No.
Thank God.
No.
Yeah, no, we wasn't. I was like,
We're not doing that card
like,
game.
Devin wants you to just suffer. Devin's like, I like Chain of Memories game. I was like,
nobody liked
it's
Chain of Memories.
It's not. So she's finished Kingdom Hearts 1. She watched all the Chain of Memories cutscenes. Next week she starts Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
But Kimmy, how do you feel about the journey so far?
Honestly, this is a lot more crazy than I expected.
Story-wise?
Everything. I truly, you guys that played this when you were younger, I'm sure you guys are a little fucked in the head. Because like this was hard, man. This was hard.
This is hard? No.
Like,
there's some other games out.
I don't know. Like I, as an adult playing this now, this was rough. So for me to deal with this and have to fight with it 20 million times, like that was crazy. I had friends like, no, I literally have this scene ingrained into my head because I couldn't beat him for so many times and I had to do this and that and then I'm like, y'all have dedication because this was crazy. There's so many times that I would have quit if I wasn't streaming. I would have been like, all right, that's enough for the night. I'm good. Maybe I won't, touch it for a month or two. But y'all did that. So congrats to all of you. It took me a long time to get there, but we did. So
it could have took longer though. I think
it could have took longer. I did speed through a majority of it.
Yeah, like even though you were stuck at the end for like 12 hours, it's 4 streams.
Yeah.
There's 4 streams. So like you were there. It probably would have been, if you were a little bit better leveled up, by the time you got there, not as aggressive. But I still think you got it done in a fair amount of time.
Yeah.
Like in real time, it took you 3 months.
Yeah.
Which
once a week playing.
Yeah, and if you were playing every day, you would have know what I mean.
Beat it,
you would have been beat it. So,
yeah.
You don't feel? Do you feel accomplished in any way? Like, how do you feel once the credits started rolling?
I was like, thank God, I did it finally. I'm
you were
sick of this.
So overwhelmed with emotion that you forgot to mute the video.
No, I screamed, bro. I was like, no, stop.
I'm over here like. Talking over it does nothing, my child.
I'm sorry. I did mute it. We're not trying to get hit with that copyright.
No, we did though.
Yeah,
well, we did get hit.
We did. That did happen.
And then I had to go back and take it out.
Either way.
What did you think of that final cutscene, like when it was playing? Or were you just like over it?
No, I was over it.
Yeah, were you just like to the point where you was like, I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah, I was like, it's over, bitches. It's over. I don't have to deal with this no more.
She couldn't even get emotional no more. You did say that was your first time hearing the whole song, though.
Yeah, it was the first time hearing the whole song. But at the same time, I was just like, okay, there was part 1, part 2, part 3, and then there was like a little bit extra, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Is there gonna be another?
No, she's talking about fighting
the fight scenes.
Oh, Ansel.
Oh, the Ansel.
Because we beat the Ansem, and then he came out with more tentacle things, and I was like, are you freaking kidding? There's more.
That's so funny.
Oh wait, there's more, and there was. So I was over it.
Then you had to keep going back into like that dark world.
My God. I was like, I'm so over it. I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. I'm done.
Well, everything you've seen within the story, like, do you have a favorite world, a least favorite world? Like, you got to kind of give us your thoughts on the game overall, not just the ending.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so least favorite world was definitely Tarzan's treehouse. That was so frustrating. I feel like there was no direction to it. If I didn't have people in the chat like telling me, hinting me every now and again, I would. No, like I wouldn't have finished the game. I was there for like what, 2 streams, I think, something like that.
Well, you were like hopping around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You were jumping around.
I feel like a lot of people hate the mermaid.
I hate Atlantis.
I love Atlantis. Well, I have an affinity because Little Mermaid's my absolute favorite. Yeah. So I loved it. It was super fun.
Because you were disappointed in Neverland.
I was very disappointed in Neverland because it made me claustrophobic because I was like super hyped. I was like, I'm going to fly. And then we were inside the freaking ship for most of it. And I was like, I'm trying to get out of here. I can't move. Now I'm enclosed by everything. I can't do this. And so it wasn't fun until literally we were outside the ship. And I was like, look at me flying. Yay. And then I was having a ball. But inside the ship, I was like, I hated it. And then we had to go back there to like get stuff. And I was like, we're back here. How do I get out of here? So that was not fun. Where else? Alice in Wonderland was cool. The flowers were kind of annoying, but Bizarre Worlds, that was dope. I like that.
As a kid, I struggled with the first level in Alice in Wonderland. I was stuck for so long, bro, because I didn't know. As a kid is so much more like
hard.
Nobody. There was no chat.
Nothing.
Yeah.
No chat.
Like, what do I do?
Like Game Facts didn't have that much at that time. We're talking 2002. You know what I mean? So like, I'm seeing like, what am I supposed to be doing? It's dark in here. Like when you like the woods part with all the leaf petals, struggling, fighting for my life during that part.
I believe it.
So what was your favorite world?
That's what I think Atlantis.
It was your favorite.
I think so, unless
My favorite is
I thought you was gonna say Halloween Town. That's why.
Yeah.
Halloween Town was very fun.
Even though I know it's not your favorite movie.
It's not my favorite movie, but as a concept, I love Halloween. That's like my all-time favorite holiday. So like I was like, this is so cool. I think so. I think it's a hard tie between them because I had fun in both of them because the theme and everything. His outfit, Sora.
Fire.
Yeah, they cook.
Fire.
When they actually give him a new fit for a stage, you're like, why you can't do this?
For all of them. Oh my God. It was he was fire. Everything there was fire. Goofy, Donald's, they looked, they showed up.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But like, I love the swimming and the having fun and then
I hate it.
It was great. It was a good time.
She wanted to play a rhythm. She's like, finally a rhythm game. I don't have to fight.
Yeah, it was great.
Do you have a favorite Keyblade?
She didn't even know she could switch her Keyblades.
I didn't know I could switch the Keyblade.
Kimmy, like, I don't understand like how you don't know that. Like, it'd say, hey, you've unlocked a new Keyblade.
I was just like, cool. Already forgot about it. ADHD.
No,
That's how I know
you're
you're not used to playing RPGs.
Some of them, like I think my first. I've played a couple here and there, but like Zelda is pretty much my most recent. But like I don't know, this felt different than that because like
it was more into the traditional Japanese RPG mechanics. I feel like Zelda's very Nintendo.
I've never played Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda's like. Yeah, it has those elements, but because it's still a Nintendo game, Nintendo does a really good job at like understanding how to make a game, no offense, easier for kids to play and understand the menus and how they make things. Whereas like Kingdom Hearts is very close to like traditional, you got to get in the trenches if you want to really get nice.
But also one thing is that like the weapons in Zelda break, so it forces you to look at what you have to like switch.
There's consequences.
Yes, there's consequences to it, to what your actions is. But this, like, I was with the Keyblade the whole time because it didn't break, so I can keep swinging. So
she said, "I can't." He doesn't get a shield or a sword, so like, what else is he gonna have?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Literally. So I didn't know. But I think my favorite Keyblade was the Alice in Wonderland Queen of Hearts one because I found out when you swing it. There's freaking the clubs and the hearts and everything. The diamonds come out and it makes a sound. I was like, that's fire. Yeah. That's fucking fire. I love
details. And this is 2002.
Yeah. I was like, I would have had this on the whole time if I knew.
So who is your ride or die? Donald or Goofy?
Goofy. Oh, 1,000%.
That was so quick. She didn't even think about that. She hates. If one thing Kimmy hates in all video games is when somebody does not heal her.
Facts.
She hates it.
Because I'm not getting healed and I'm doing the work, like, cause I'm going to
It sucks that you have to now you truly understand what we mean about, like, Donald is useless.
Yeah. He really wasn't doing shit until, like, the very, very end. And so I was like, damn. Because, like, it's funnier because, like, they were beefing and I was like, oh, I say that as a joke. Like, aha, Donald. But then, like, actually, I'm like, no, Donald, I'm going to square the fuck up with you. If you don't fucking heal me right the fuck now. Where is your heals?
Bro, I'm fighting for my life over here. You over here.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, every chance I can, I was like, goodbye. Give me Beast. Give me Peter. Every other person in the party. Yeah.
Please.
Somebody else. So.
Okay, so I guess in regards to the story part, right? The characters, everything's happening from Kingdom Hearts 1 going into also watching Chain of Memories. What are you thinking so far about what's happening? Because it's almost like you are watching an anime too play out, even though there's a lot of gameplay in between. But what do you think about the story that's happening so far? I know we all know it can be confusing. Every Kingdom Hearts fan knows.
Yeah.
You always. That's a feeling that will never disappear. I'm still confused. I still feel like I don't be knowing what the fuck is happening. Yep. And I got a tattoo on my body.
That's so funny.
So what do you think so far of everything you've seen? What have you thought has been interesting, I guess, or kind of like cool or cute or Riku and Kairi, all these people.
I think it's the progression of it is really good because it gives you a little bit of hints of everything, but at the same time, you still don't know the overarching picture of it all. You can tell there's other worlds. You are familiar with said other worlds. At the same time, there's worlds that we have no idea about, like where all the Final Fantasy characters are coming in, and like even like these other ones, like in Chain of Memories, you find the people with the hoods,
Organization.
you know, so we find out them, but we're like, where did they come from? Where's Mickey been all this time? Like, so we still have questions, but at the same time, we're still learning. And I think to see Sora's progress with not only his teammates, but also like himself, you know, I think it's been really... It's been really cool. And like you said, it's like an anime. He's been progressing, he's been learning, and he's been looking for his friends. He's having a good time, and he's like, I'm here for a reason, and I'm sticking with it. So
that voice change had you fucked up.
I was shook. I was so shook.
Because Chain of Memories cutscenes were recorded 2 years after Kingdom Hearts. Well, it came out 2 years after Kingdom Hearts. So she was hearing the Kingdom Hearts 2 like Sora voice. But Chain of Memories takes place before Kingdom Hearts 2.
Gotcha.
So she was sitting here like,
So then,
who is this man?
so it's like, oh, Sora, da 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 da, and he's like, Goofy. I was like, what? I literally hit to the chest. I was like, what happened to my baby? What was that? He's like, Goofy, we gotta get the thing. I have to rescue my friend. Donald, what is your problem? What do you guys have against me? I'm rescuing my friend.
He was big mad in that game too. Because I was saying, when she was watching, I was like, yo, Sora is fed up in this game.
We gotta rescue Naname. I'm like, who the fuck is this bitch?
The poly couple. Come on.
I was like, what happened to Kyrie?
Listen, bro, everybody's together in this, man. It's
The poly couple, I'm telling you, the squad.
how do you feel about Riku? Because now you got to kind of see a lot more Riku watching Chain of Memories.
Yes, I'm definitely happier with getting more backstory on Riku and kind of getting his perspective of like, yes, I also like really cared about Sora, and like I said it during the stream, but I was like low key, like even though it was like his clone, you know, like doing the fighting and the angstiness and all that. Fiku, yeah, I kept calling him Fiku because fake Riku. Yeah, Fiku. I was like, yo, he's doing so much to be like, oh, you know, because he's like, oh, I'm coming in and then Kyrie's my girl. And then like, oh no, Nanami's my girl and you're trying to take her away. I'm like, he's doing that thing where like, you know, oh, you go after somebody else's thing because you really want their attention. So I was like, he wants Sora's attention so fucking bad. It's not even funny.
When she started shipping them, I said, you know what, girl, you valid.
I was like,
I said, I'm not you valid for shipping them.
I was like, no, I was like, Riku wants Sora so fucking bad right now.
Everybody
like,
wants everybody.
I never thought Riku liked Kyrie. Never believed
really?
Yeah.
I don't know, because he was like so he was so jealous of like Sora's attention, like Kyrie's attention being on Sora the whole time.
Sasuke who? Could never. Riku wants Sora bad.
Yeah.
Like that's his baby boy.
Yeah. So he was like, no, you know, Kyrie, blah, 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 blah. But then he was like, after the second one, Chain of Memories, I was like, oh, nah, you want Sora. You're not even about Kyrie. Like, you're like, why aren't you paying attention to me? I'm your rival. I'm your person. Like, hello?
Yep.
Look at me. Pick me.
Do you have any thoughts on Kyrie?
I want to get to know her better. She's just kind of there. She's just kind of like, you know,
Lots of ice.
Yeah, she's just the princess in distress. And I'm like, I want her to have more of a personality.
One of the princesses of light.
Yeah, I'm just like...
You hate to see it. No, anime doing its anime thing, right?
Man.
So what would you give Kingdom Hearts 1 as a game out of 10?
It was really good. I feel like I didn't get the chance to really explore and do all the things that I would have had the chance to do if I knew about it from the beginning. So I feel like if I would have had more of a chance to explore to the full extent that a lot of my friends encouraged me in the beginning, I would be able to give it a higher rating. But I think in general, I still want to give it an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
I think that's
great.
Really, really fair. Like high. I was waiting for you to give it a 7.
No, I think it definitely it was hard. You know, I still had the challenging aspect to it. The story was really well written. The animation was still good. Obviously, it's a remake from 2002. but it was still really well done. I was engaged. The music was fire.
Imagine experiencing that, and it doesn't look that. It looks different because it's upscale, but it doesn't look that
different,
far off than what we felt like we experienced at least back then.
Exactly.
So like seeing that at that age, I remember the first commercial I saw. I was like, "What is this?"
Absolutely.
I was like, "Why are there these Final Fantasy looking characters and Disney characters?"
Yeah, I 1,000%. I know I would have been obsessed with it because I always wanted it as a kid. I just didn't have that gaming system. I didn't have any of that, so I just never got the chance. But I always wanted to be able to play. So.
Do you think that there would ever come a time that you could beat Sephiroth?
I mean, in the future,
Hell no.
if I like
Have you
actually
ever beat him?
grinded,
Hell no.
Oh no.
Have you beat him?
Yes, in both games.
How much hours you put into that?
A lot.
there we go. Yeah,
That's not worth
that's
it
why I
to
was
me.
like, if I would have grinded,
Did you see how many
No,
health
it's-
bars he had?
It's yes, but honestly, it's such an accomplishing
no, I believe you.
feeling.
I believe
I
you.
don't.
feels
I don't
so
crave
good.
a comp. I don't crave to like.
I like a challenge though.
If I grew up on it, I would have beat him. I would have absolutely beaten him at one point.
That's some.
Yo,
That's some
Sephiroth-
big shit you talking.
Kingdom Hearts.
No, I know
2?
myself.
Kingdom Hearts 2? Forget it. Forget it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
pass on that. What'd you think about what'd you give the Chain of Memory story out of 10?
It was interesting. I think it definitely gave a more of a perspective of the time skip of like, this is now teenage Sora, even though like in context it comes right after. This is definitely teenage Sora, and you could tell, like you mentioned before, you know, growing up with the games, you see Sora grow up himself, and it definitely added more context to it because like, okay, what's going on with the characters, Riku, and get his series. Okay, so because you know we all thought, okay, he went bad and then he just disappeared. What happened to him? Did he die? So it's nice to get that backstory of like what's actually happening. And it's like, oh no, he was fighting for his life too, along with Sora, you know, fighting for his thing. I was a little bit annoyed with the whole Naminé side story thing, and I was like, because it's like, okay, the fact that she just made
You
it
did not like Naminé, bro. You was like, I don't care.
she gaslit the fuck out of everybody, and that was her whole personality. Because I was like, okay, after a little bit, okay, we gotta rescue her. I'm like, cool.
She said this girl's a nobody.
And then after I was like, I don't know. I was like, she's not giving anything. And then she's like, I kind of made up everything. I was like, so you were a waste of time. Especially because he was all about like, Naminé, I gotta rescue Naminé. Why you mad? And they're literally, when Goofy said, you've never mentioned this bitch in your entire life, and now you're obsessed with her. Like, I was like, thank you. Clock it. Truly.
Sora, you don't get no bitches.
What happened to your bitch at home? Like, hello?
Well, you seem like you enjoyed like some of the organization characters.
I did.
You were roasting a lot of them.
Yeah, no, because I knew my one friend has always been obsessed with Axel. So
Yeah.
like
You were disappointed in Axel.
I was kind of disappointed. Yeah. One, I was disappointed in his look. I kind of expected him to have more body. And he was
She
just kind
didn't think he was going to be a fire twink.
yeah.
She expected it to be like a Fimbo.
Oh, okay.
No, himbo.
You'll see
Yeah,
a little
Fimbo.
bit.
I say fire himbo.
Oh yeah.
You'll see a little bit.
Firepower.
Yeah, he's a little. Yeah.
Yeah, but no. So I was like, I didn't know he was a bad guy either. So like, I didn't have any knowledge of that. The other chick, she was kind of annoying, but I'm like, that's her character. You know, they always need a, kind of character.
The blonde girl?
Yeah, the blonde chick.
I forget their names. Their names are so.
All of them.
The
with
only one I
X.
can remember is Marluxia,
Marluxia.
the one with the scythe.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, he's the main guy.
The best one. The best one.
She was over here like,
a swag.
give it to me all day.
He came out with us. I was like, oh, pink hair, cool, like whatever.
Yeah.
But then he came out with the scythe. I was like, oh, okay.
Scythe
fine.
always go hard.
And
Scythe
then the
always go
petals,
hard.
every time he
Always
just,
does.
I was like, oh, the petals,
Yeah,
the
his whole
scythe.
vibe.
The
And then
aura
the
farming.
rose scythe, I was like, it's pink and it's a flower and he has petal power. I was like, nah,
Cool.
you
I think
cooking.
I think if you would have had to fight him, you would have been just as pissed because you see that he had kind of similar stages to Ansem, where he turned to a ship, where he had the ship
did.
thing. Like
He
it
had
was
the
very
thing.
similar. But you still was like watching on screen, like I think that's dope too. I'm sitting here like she's only saying this because she's not actually fighting.
Yeah, no.
She's only sitting here like appreciating the visuals because she's like,
I mean, Ansem, when he came on, I was like, you're pretty as fuck, but like, I'm pissed at you, you know?
she's like, I don't fuck with you, but I can acknowledge I would hit.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly how it feels. You ever like we're like, yo, I gotta hit this annoying ass man, but not man, but like, a person. Like I would really hit it only if you shut the fuck up. Like, you ever had that experience?
If you talk about the darkness one more time,
yes.
If you come Guardian, come Guardian.
That's exactly how it felt. I was like, this motherfucker, you're so hot, but shut up.
So, what would you give Jada Memory Story out of 10?
It wasn't obviously as entertaining because it wasn't as long, wasn't as in depth.
Yeah,
You watched the whole movie. 1.5. Yeah, it's a 1.5. Kind of not the rating.
She don't mean the rating. She meant
not the rating.
I thought you rating. I was like,
no,
damn.
like 1.5. Since it's not.
Danny was about to be like, all right, now I have to say something. He said, now I gotta say something.
That's crazy. No, I give it like I think maybe like a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
It wasn't bad.
That's fine. Yeah.
It was alright.
It's a filler. It's a
filler.
It's a context filler.
It's a filler.
Any improvements or things or worlds you want to see in Kingdom Hearts 2? Knowing that it came out in 2005, so
I was told that Neverland is better, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Because we get to actually explore the island. Someone said.
No.
Well, I guess new worlds you ain't never seen.
I don't know.
Like Disney.
There is no Neverland in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, somebody might be fronting.
Yeah, that's a lie.
You guys better not be lying to me.
I have no reason.
Promise you.
You could look it up.
No, I've played the game so many times. I know there's not.
I'm gonna have to look that up because.
Well, you can't look it up.
I mean, I'll look it up right now.
You look it up, okay?
Well,
It's a waste of time.
Out of the Disney movies, that exist, right? Is there any world you would?
What year did it come out?
2005. You know a lot of Disney movies.
Maybe like a Mulan. That would probably be cool.
Okay.
Then I'm assuming there's probably going to be some kind of Lion King section. I don't know if they would have a Dumbo, but that'd be cool. This little circus theme would be dope.
Yeah, there's no Neverland.
Wow, so someone gaslit me. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was sitting here. I was like, I don't know about that.
Someone in the chat I specifically remember was like, oh, in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's a lot better for the Neverland section. So I was like, okay, great. I can't wait.
Maybe the world that never was.
That's crazy.
Maybe there's Birth by Sleep. I don't know.
No. In Kingdom Hearts 2, there is a world called the world that never was. I mean, light spoilers, but Neverland, world that never was. Maybe they're playing games.
Maybe they were confused.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe.
all right. So those are the worlds you would want to.
I think so. At least off the top of my head.
I think you're in for a fun treat in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have way more fun, I think, playing Kingdom Hearts 2, and it's gonna definitely show.
So excited.
That's what
Yeah,
everyone's
I'm hyped.
saying.
I'm hyped. Like I was only just praying to God that you would get through 1 so we could just hurry up to get to 2. I was like,
let me tell you this. Kingdom Hearts 2 has more mechanics to play around with, so you're really gonna have to focus on abilities, customizations, because there are different mechanics at play. So you're gonna have to choose a play style of how you really like.
Okay.
But there's a lot more things you're able to do in Kingdom Hearts 2.
I'm excited. Yeah, everyone said that this is the best game out of all of them.
I think it's better than 3.
Yeah, everyone says it's better than 3.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we should finally get into our final segment.
Yeah.
Sending it to the group chat,
which is our new reaction-based segment for the podcast, where we all show each other, reels, TikToks that we sent to the chat,
whatever you call them.
Yeah, nothing too crazy though. Nothing too crazy.
Not too. Well, you never
Not
know
too
her.
spicy.
You never know her.
I mean, the last one was pretty.
Yeah, so we're sharing 2 each.
Kimmy is reigning champ of reels and memes.
They swore that I was hating, and I was like, guys, you guys were just laughing way harder, and I couldn't.
Listen,
match that
Corey,
energy.
all I heard that day was
stop. The FBI is gonna open up.
If y'all ever want to know what a porcupine sounds like, holla at your mans.
Well, before we get into the segment, it's still currently June as we're recording this. While these bozos are laughing, so we just want to make sure we say Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. Woo! Yes.
Sorry, I forgot.
Bisexuals, we winning out here.
Yes.
So if you suck to the end, you got to watch that.
So it's gonna be a hell of a clip because I already know my reaction.
So who wants to volunteer as tribute to show their first video? I don't mind.
I'll show mine because it's not funny. It's more dedication. Because I was like, that's impressive.
All right.
I'm gonna sit up.
Cosplay, man. What even is this? Huh? You wear a kit and chant songs. You're cosplaying a footballer. Oi, Football's real. Cosplay? That's just the comical madness.
Have you guys ever watched High School Musical 2
No.
or 3?
Yeah. High School Musical 3 came out in 2008 when I was a senior.
Sorry,
in
this
high
was
school.
3. Have you watched High School Musical 3?
I've watched none of them.
Damn.
I never will.
Oh, Moon Knight. Oh, they putting in mad effort to this.
This was a production. All the
They
cosplay.
really committing, boy.
Oh, from
wow.
Sinners?
Wow, you sound like a real New Yorker when you said that.
Sinners?
Jesus Christ. Jesus, Sailor Moon.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Nice Echo cosplay.
I was like, the effort that they put into this?
There's a lot of cosplayers, too.
A lot.
Not the jig. Okay, Choreo.
Was that a princess?
Lumpy
from-
Space Princess?
Lumpy
Yeah.
Space Princess.
Oh, there's a bunch of Spider-Mans. Well, a bunch of black ones, too. Crazy. Spell 'em.
Ooh, Dante.
Nice.
Bro had to have mad planning to get this done.
Of course.
Hey, that bad.
Like, it's a good starter pack.
Yeah, right? I was like, that was a production.
If you want to see what cosplayers look like at a con, I think that's a good gauge.
yeah. No, but that's really how it starts. Like I've had friends be like, nah, I don't cosplay. I don't do that. I was like, I don't know, man. It's a good time. And then that's how they get into it.
All right. So I have mine. So mine is this comedian. His name is Kev on Stage.
Oh, I love that guy.
And he just recently started getting into like anime, a lot of different anime for the first time over the past like year.
Including One Piece.
And he got into One Piece and he's pretty far too. He's like in the 500s now, right?
Oh, wow.
So he watches like while he's on tour and stuff like that. But he posted this that he's done.
Do you watch his podcast with Tony Baker?
No, but I've seen clips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here to tell you that I'm
him.
done watching One Piece. I'm not
watched
returning to it, and I'll
You
tell you
sent
why
this.
I wore this hat on an episode of Worst Taste on All Deaf. And these are some of the comments I got. Kev is the main character in 10 Piece.
No, somebody
Kev
else.
ate the gravy fruit. Looks like Kev ate all the episodes of One Piece instead of watching. Lol. Kev looks like Chunky D. Luffy.
Yo!
That was a good one.
That was a good one, he said.
Straw Hat Fluffy over here.
This is like what they be
ate One Piece too many.
Stop. This is what they be saying to
Kev looks
Queso.
like one more piece.
One more piece.
One more piece.
So I'm gonna continue to enjoy
Luffy.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and I'm open to other suggestions that I can watch after I finish that. Maybe Yu Yu Hakusho, maybe Demon Slayer, maybe Bleach, maybe Food Wars, maybe a community that won't treat me this way.
Stop.
Hey, Luffy, the gravy fruit.
That's crazy.
Everybody's a comedian.
Everybody's a comedian.
I like his journey. You know,
Yeah.
seeing him like react to like impactful moments in One Piece, as what used to be a non-anime fan to now.
Yeah, because his first one was Attack on Titan. So,
Oh, okay.
Did you break my toy?
Kimmy, I did.
oh yeah, I see Ben did that.
I thought you saw it like fall to the floor. First of all, Kimmy, this is like a.
I thought you broke a nail, and now looking, I was like, oh, he broke that.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, but like I just kept like pushing and pushing, and my thumb just went right.
Bro, he said he always stop giving him He said he always breaks
Sorry.
them.
To be fair, I just put it down. I wasn't expecting him to like
I'll
be with it
replace
the whole
it.
time.
You didn't think he was gonna touch it?
I thought he was gonna pick it up and put it down. He usually doesn't stay with it during the thing.
That's why.
That's crazy. Sorry. Okay, get me a new one.
I will. All right.
And what do you got?
Heat this water up. That's too easy. I'll just make a fire circle.
Wow.
Whoa.
Malicious
That ain't
intention.
no
Yeah.
black magic fire.
After Marcel used black
No,
magic.
it's the same circle I've been using this entire time. The monsters got us surrounded. I use an explosive attack.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Wait. That will not be necessary.
That's so true.
Because, you like to mess with and dwindle all up in black magic. So if we could do normal things. Regular things that don't involve whatever you got going on over there. This is a regular explosion.
Put the staff down.
Oh, I think my leg is broken. Oh, that's too easy. I'm gonna let you heal his leg, okay? But let me see something suspicious, okay? Start getting windy in here. It's gonna be a problem, Marcel. I didn't mean to turn Fallon into.
No, but you did.
No, but you did.
We gotta watch you now.
That's crazy. That's really how they were treating her at the end. That's crazy.
She's like, "Oh, you twirling around with that? The devil work, huh?"
You just be doing that.
All right.
Kimmy, you up next? Aww.
I could never be this cool with my cat.
What a cutie. Oh, that cat loves to be with his mom.
Hey, hit hand on the shoulder? Full dance?
Oh.
His eyes are closed? They in it. Look at that's family.
Cats are so underappreciated sometimes.
Crazy.
He kept that paw up.
That paw is up and on the shoulder? He's going in. I'm flabbergasted. My cat would never let me. Ever.
Yeah, he's there. He's locked in.
Eyes closed, the forehead to the
That's beautiful.
That was accurate. But yeah, that's
That's
it.
good.
Nice guys. I am Latine. Latin gay.
Latin X.
All right. So this is my second one. You may have also seen this one too, because unfortunately, I feel like this one made a lot of rounds.
Sensei, meeting you is like discovering all blue, except instead of fish, it's women from
I'm surprised you
every
put this on
island.
here.
And every single one is out of my league.
You got taste, kid. We may fight with fists, but our real art is admiration. We don't chase women, we worship them.
Exactly. Every curve is a miracle. Every sigh is symphonic. Women are the spice of life, and I'm the chef who never stops cooking.
You'd pass out before the appetizer. I wrote a best-selling book series off field research.
This AI
and every
fucking art
page
is
came from
killing me too.
experience.
Sensei, please, teach me your ways. Teach me how to write poetry about hips that don't lie, without getting kicked in the face.
Rule 1, never underestimate the thighs. They're the gates of heaven, and the reason I walk with a limp.
When she kicks you through a brick wall and your only thought is, her legs are divine, you've ascended.
We may not be heroes to the world, but to every man who's ever blushed at a bathhouse door, we are legends.
We don't chase dreams. We chase high heels, low necklines, and that one smirk that ruins your week.
We're not the main characters. We're the reason bathhouses have walls.
And unlike you, Sensei, I had a Germa 66 raid suit that could turn me invisible. Didn't use it for stealth. Used it to witness greatness.
No jutsu can mimic that. You're reckless, shameless, and dangerously poetic. Kid, you might just be the next pervy sage.
Yo,
That's
I love
crazy.
every single one that comes out of those two.
Bro, because like a lot of them are like kind of corny. It's just like they try to make it seem like they're having really deep conversations.
Yeah.
But these two are bozos,
Yeah.
and they just have fun with it.
Yeah. That's funny. What you got, Danny?
But we do not promote AI work here, even though we kind
do
of just did.
If it's funny though. No, but I'm so anti AI, but like at least for artwork and stuff.
We're human. We're only human.
This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. This is what I want to see.
Eight.
It's just a short.
Here comes the hurricane.
Yeah, if I was a bloodbender, I'd be doing some ridiculous stuff like that.
Sorry, I completely forgot. That just reminded me that I didn't mention in my what we watching, but Ironheart.
You watched it?
I watched it.
I heard good things.
I liked
okay.
it. It's getting obviously like review bombed by racists, but like
they're going mad.
they're going in for no
that
reason.
means every time, bro. Like they really can't, and they can't even hide it too. They have no finesse
There's
or
no
nuance how they
substance.
go about. Like if you're gonna be racist with the review, at least do it with a little bit more finesse. They're like, oh, it's D.I. Iron Man. Why does she have a stepdad?
Oh my God,
like,
yeah.
Oh, this is just too. Just like it's.
But I liked it. I thought it was interesting. And she's real because she was like, "Yo, Iron Man would not be Iron Man if he didn't have his money." And I was like, "You so right, girl.
So real for that. That's
so
facts.
fucking right for that."
I'm gonna give it a shot just because it's Ryan Coogler.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, it is?
It's a good build up. Like it's slow. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'm intrigued.
Is it a movie or a show?
It's a show. They just dropped the first 3 episodes, and then the next 3 are coming out, I think, in a couple weeks.
Let me know how it
July
is.
3rd. Yeah, I'll let you know if it's worth.
I'll pick it up for the.
I'm
culture.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it so far. I
Yeah.
think they do a really good job as is, and the way it leaves off, you're like, okay, I want to know what's going to happen because it does get a little crazy towards the end. I'm not the main almost like antagonist ish guy. I'm not like
That's Usnafi.
Usnafi.
He played Usnafi
Oh yeah.
in The Heights.
Oh,
The actor, and he's in Transformers.
I knew he looked familiar.
Anthony Ramos.
I knew he looked familiar.
Yeah.
He's annoying me in this, but I know it's leading up to. I can't spoil anything because I have a theory of where it's going, but I can't say. So,
All right. Well, Danny, you want to close us out?
Well, thank you guys for tuning into another episode of the Moon Piece Podcast. We really appreciate it. Again, this show and tell, send it to the chat segment is new. So please let us know your thoughts on if you guys like the reactions and the content that we're bringing to season 3 of the Moon Piece Podcast. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, leave a comment if you can. Check out some upcoming live streams that we have. Corey and I have One Piece coming up. Kimmy's starting Kingdom Hearts 2 next week. And as always, I'm doing Blue Lock on Tuesdays.
Woo-hoo!
So without further ado, guys, we'll see you next time.
Enjoy your life.
Sayonara.
Bye.